Your style and your flavor make the city rock. They must say the season come out with a bang. Coach Minzy, best round here. Remember that.
All right, people, welcome back to the show. Welcome back to the coach's desk. Yeah, people, hoping that you're doing well and you are doing all right. So, what's up, my people? How is everybody doing? Yeah, man. So, the topic that we want to talk about, the difference makers, Dennis Chung and Coach Hallgrimsson. But the people say it's the coach, the coach, the coach. Yeah. And we want to delve into that a little bit more. We have a conversation on that. Listen, I put together a nice program for you people. Nice program. I just hope that the internet will stay with me. When I check, I am running at a very high pace. I don't know what is wrong with the live. Listen to me, YouTube. Send out the notification. Listen, YouTube. I want to stop playing with my life. You understand? But big up yourself, people. Thanks very much for tuning in. Please remember to like the video. Like the video, people. Like the video. Share the content. Tell a friend to tell a friend about us. And definitely subscribe if you're new, so that you can become a part of the Coach's Desk family. Yeah, man, a big things we have happening over here. You know what I mean? Big up to the early commenters. Blake, I see a final change. Your profile picture. All of a sudden, you have a Blake. What's happening? What's up with that, Blake? Dre, anyway, that big up yourself. Finally get a win, Dre. What's happening over there at Chelsea? Good. You know? Big up over the Canada. Big up yourself. Internet problem again. No, sir, me have to cut this alive. Yeah. I can't manage it. Can't manage it. Can't manage it. Can't manage it. I don't know what is that. Look there, people. Look what I'm pushing down. 170 megs. Me can't understand. Can't understand what is happening now. Them bug system. Bug system. On a can't stop. What is this? On a can't stop it. 85. So it a fluctuate. It is fluctuating. So look like a data go on. You understand? I'm just in the Arsenal sprint. You're just in the Arsenal sprint. Alright. Blake, I hear you. I hear you. Something really are going on the internet for true, you know. I don't know what go on. I can't say. I'm not even going to try if you say. 120. That should have run the thing. 120. You understand? And a busy period now. Saturday evening, most people they home. And we still around 120. So I don't know. AC, big up yourself. Rob Smith, a big up coach. Seem like bring yellow Kool-Aid for the bloggers. Squad no drop and man them. Squad no drop and man them no say a word. Squad no drop and man no say a word. Hey, first of all, I no drink Kool-Aid in a Rob Smith, so I don't know. Probably share I no get none. A friendly match coming up, man. In a matter. I don't like the competition. Actually, big up yourself. City gone, but Arsenal gone here. Duckland, big up yourself, Duckland. Pause the PH side and the thing will move fast. PH side. On the PH side, Duckland. I don't know. I don't know say my internet it nah reflect on the live. There's something that go on. People them notice or not get the notification. All of them something there and then the live go on like it now want to stay alive. You understand? Lord do it. Big up yourself. It look like a data go on actually. Squad no drop all now, man. Them did one top all squad from January 1 for the entire year. No, sir. That is not true, Rob Smith. I challenge you, Rob Smith, that is not true. This is a friendly match coming up. You understand? And I can give as bait some persons that have been, but and like says a tournament man them a go and we aren't able to see the squad. You understand? And I like that no Rob Smith. So you can't use that Rob Smith. Rob Smith, drum roll for that. That don't make it Rob Smith. Rob Smith, that don't make it. You get a big drum roll for that. You understand? The hub, what hub? What am I talking about? Hey, clan, don't tell nobody what you do in your spare time. Do not let the people them know what you do in your spare time. You understand? Don't do it, Duckland's Tenet. Ref, wait till Arsenal score to finish the match. And that way people are all saying about you can't look on it like that, man. You see, on our course. Man, watch the internet issue. No, sir. Me can't me gonna end the live, people. Or me gonna use my phone. Me gonna use my phone and really see if something do the computer or the internet. Because this is not supposed to go on. To drop off. Yo. I'm most of the players already, so when him drop the squad, no really matter to me. Actually, Tyrell Williams, big up yourself. Big up yourself. On a serious note, I don't think the internet is the issue. Like, the computer need to restart. Really? But normally shut down my computer, Duckland. I shut down my computer. So alright, I'm using an Ethernet cord. I'm going to talk to the floor rep. Them say probably the cord that I'm using can't manage the amount of megabytes so I move through. So last evening I went Wi-Fi. Seeing? I miss it 200 and odd mega whatever bytes per second. Seeing? So me say, alright, the internet a shot. Then in the middle of the live, me hear people say, coach, a thing now run right. So me don't know. Me don't know. Something alright. Hello, anybody will try mess up with the internet. You just leave it thing, man. Cause it no matter what you do, you can't stop it. If I have not popped down internet, we still are going. You see me? Mexico squad out. Yeah, man. Mexico squad out for the entire year. Rob Smith. Come on, Rob Smith. Levon Harvey, big up yourself. You download the virus when you click the pop-up. Which pop-up? Actually, me know, man. Coach cook the white rice and Manning's the goat. The best friend. Grimmy best friend them. Hey, you see Rob Smith and Achille and the one Duckland. You see the trio, no? You see the trio, no? Me I go put it in a barrel. Me I go put it in a barrel. You understand? Danny Judd, big up yourself. Same to you, man. You know what I mean? Floor reps don't have a clue what they are talking about, coach. Me I go get that him do yesterday. Big up coach family. Do a speed test from Google. Me just do. Hold on, let me try it. Cause me just do. See the speed test. Speed test me I do. Me want to wait upon it. Coach, it start happen since you relocate to rural. Once the rural sent me here, you turn countryman. Probably me have to go hide out. You understand, real baller? Me have to go hide out. You understand? Coach, is it true Shelly going to retire after this season? No, man. Next year Shelly retire. Mexico Nation League squad out. Oh. Mexico squad out for Jamaica, Suriname. Okay. Kieran, big up yourself. A long time I don't see Kieran in us. Chelsea win a game. He just pop up. In my problem. Kieran, you are the problem. Big up yourself, fresh. Hold on, let me see what go on there. Alright, me I start on speeds. Right now. Ja. Me I download that 80 at least. See? And this are the flow thing with the pan I check it. No man. Something alright. Something alright for you. Flow, something alright. Anyways, we look on that little bit. Big up yourself, Neo. What go on, Neo? Erudite in the building. Neo, we know he's a busy man, you know. So when you drop in, you know, man, we appreciate it. You understand? Big up yourself. Let me see what Neo say right now. I have to drop the erudite comment on the screen, you know. Coach, how fast is your computer? Could it be that the applications you're running slowing the processing power? The green screen demand enough memory. Yeah, probably at that, you know. Probably at that time I think of the internet. But when I run the speed test, the internet no look so hot, you know. You know, Neo. I probably have to go buy a memory put in the computer, yes. I'm going to check out the memory and see what go on. ASAP. Alright. Coach, you have to see with them because Chelsea might not win for the next. Hey, what I'm bridging saying, yo, it look like Chelsea appear the interest upon the big spending where them going with. See? Because the man they win today and then still they are 10th. They still occupying mid-table. You understand? They still occupying mid-table. Big up yourself, Rockford. What you can do is restart your router. Me do that already. Dr. Dan, big up yourself. No man, I remember the exact day coach came on alive on this JFF mic a connection after a press conference. From that day, every live have internet problem. Barely bug your coach. You know a true you attack, Rob Smith. A true you attack. From that time, I know me burn out the JFF on them internet, you know. And the press conference and them something that you can't hear clearly, but the man then say, and that go on, watch you and you. Yo. But listen, you know what the problem? I think Neo find the formula. Because guess what? You see when me I download anything on my phone, you see when me I upload anything on the internet, it does whoop and gone. So probably at the memory of the computer, you know. So I probably need to update the memory. You understand? And see what go on. See Rockford say I get feedback. Neo is right, you might need to cut the green screen. Probably. Neo is right, you might need to cut the green screen. Remember me did I use the green screen all along and nothing never did that. I behave like in bandwidth I hear. Like you with them, man. You see you do clan. So big true Robert talk, man. At that I go on actually, but they can't stop. Yankney, big up yourself. A long time when you see around here now. Big match tomorrow, coach. Liverpool got this one. What you say? Spend 600 million and not one of them can score. No, Yankney. 3-1 United. Alright. Them defenders score, man. Them striker. So that they say, it's like them still appear interest on the sale of them, purchase what them make, you know? Them not have enough money, so them appear have the interest. That's why them can't move from the position. Big up yourself, RR. Alright, so people, based on what I'm seeing, especially from the fans and the whole support of what is happening in the in Jamaica's football right now, it looked to me that like the people are so much in support of what is happening, and of course it is showing basically from the support of what is taking place. Please remember, people, get on board, support the Reggae Boyz. Games are coming up. You know what I mean? You understand? Alright? So, it looks as if people are supporting the thing. But, to me, as the CEO of the Jamaica Football Federation, Dennis Chung has the responsibility to lead the federation and setting its strategic direction. And based on what we are seeing right now, that's the direction Dennis Chung is taking the federation. He's basically overseeing all aspects of the JFF right now, from operations, financials, and marketing. That's what he basically his duty, responsibility as a CEO. He's also responsible for making sure that the JFF meets its goals and objectives, as well as managing JFF resources and its employees. Mr. Chung also serves as the public face of the of JFF, representing the JFF in the media and in the public eye. So that's the reason why we are seeing Mr. Dennis Chung so regularly in the media, because that is one of his thrusts as CEO, and I think he's doing a fantastic job, because previous Gensec, you could hardly even get them in a space like this, because some of them believe that this space is hostile. Of course, this space can be very hostile. People get hostile when they can't get information. People get hostile when information are being withheld and all of these things. So yeah, people will get hostile. And what Mr. Chung has done now is to basically remove that partition between the fans and the Jamaica Football Federation by engaging the media everywhere. You can check Sir Dennis Chung. I probably wouldn't want him on them show. I've not gotten him on their show as yet. You know what I mean? But as far as I know, he has been on most, if not all, of the media outlets, whether it is the new media or the traditional media. But he is out there, and it is because one of his responsibility is to engage the media, and he's doing that pretty well. We're learning a Rob Smith. Remember Rob Smith. Once we see the good that is happening, we are going to highlight it. And if we don't see what is supposed to happen, we are going to talk about it as well. So yeah, we have to highlight what they are doing, or what Mr. Chung is doing, because he's the one. Remember, him implement some new policy, the whistleblower policy, a whole lot of stuff he has implemented as the new CEO of the Jamaica Football Federation. And I think the people, you the fans, gonna love it. You love what is happening, and it argues well for the JFF, because one time you couldn't even get, I think, from as far as I know, on this space, I think Mr. the former Gensec, the former CEO, he was on I Am Sure Sports one time. You understand? So you have to give kudos, at least him come on one time for one ISP. But Mr. Dennis Chung has the responsibility of ensuring that the public is aware, and it's not a preference. Boss, move around. You understand? So to be an effective CEO now, he has to be able to effectively lead the JFF. And by all indication, it seems as if he's going down that pathway of being an effective one. He has to set goals and objectives, which I emphasized earlier. He has to inspire the entire team in order for them to reach their goals and objectives. He's a strong communicator, which we are seeing. He seemed to have excellent organizational problem-solving skills, which should be a part of his job description. That's the reason why when they had the situation and he stepped in and get Copa to ensure a bigger plane come, nobody looked at that as something extraordinary, because it is something that he should have been able and capable to do. So he has not gotten any feathers in his hat for me in that instance, because that should be a part of him being an effective CEO. You understand? He should be able to also work collaboratively with his team. We might not see if that is happening, but I hope that is happening. You understand? Mr. Chung should also have a strong understanding of the football industry. You understand? And I think he, based on how he speaks sometimes, it tells me that he have an understanding of some of the ins and outs of football, but not everything, because I heard him say that the CONCACAF license can't coach anywhere in the world. Mr. Chung, that cannot be true. So you need to probably retract that information. So you need to get all those information, because I tell you now, Mr. Chung, you see the football fans, especially on these platforms, they are very learned. Don't take them for granted. You understand? That's why some brilliant ideas will always come out. And that's why we rate you, Mr. Chung, because you came out on these platforms and you garner information. I think we don't know, so you get that information too, which is a good thing. You understand? Mr. Chung, I hope you subscribe to all of the channels, you know, and hit the like button when you're watching. Big up yourself. He should be able to make tough decisions when it arises. He should also be willing to be a risk taker. You understand? So these are some of the attributes that Mr. Chung, and from what I have read so far, people, it tells me that he has exhibited some of these qualities, and that's the reason why people believe that he is one of the difference makers in this new JFF thrust. So the people them rate Mr. Chung and the people them rate the coach. I don't know where the other ratings gone, but people still are called for some people leave the JFF, because some persons will call them dinosaurs, some people will call them antiquated sort of way of operating is not going to work in this new generation. You understand? You understand? Now, finally, I believe that Mr. Chung should be able to effectively motivate his team up at the JFF to reach higher levels of success. So the mediocrity and the mismanagement and the maladministration, these things people believe are going to be of the past because of Mr. Chung. How swiftly that will happen, that is another thing. You understand? So these are some of the things that Mr. Chung, if he wants to remain a fan favorite, like it is said, you have to make some tough decision. You have to take some risk in your decision making as well. And you have to motivate your team. You understand? Based on what I've seen, I don't know if everybody on the team is intrinsically motivated or they are assertive enough in going about. And I believe that is one of the reasons why there were so many ineffective and inept sort of operation where the JFF is concerned. So, Mr. Chung, again, your ratings tall, But you have to ensure that your team or the team that you're leading is not an inept team. Because at the end of the day, you have to shoulder some blame like you did with the under 17. Many people never did a look for that. You understand? The squad will be dropping soon, you know, Fresh God. That's the latest I've heard on it. The squad will be dropping soon. Right, and RR said he's open for suggestion, discussions, and criticism, which is very, yes. Because in order to do better, you have to know the people that you're representing, what they are saying, what they are thinking. You understand? So, Mr. Chung has gotten, and that's why when even it should be probably next, well, today is Saturday. I was expecting it yesterday, but it never happened. So let me see, Fresh God. I'm gonna be checking on it again. But the latest information I got is that the squad will be dropping soon. And from what I'm hearing, it could be early as tomorrow or Monday. That is what I got from the conversation. Let me look back on it to see if. Right. So the last sentence was that the squad will be released soon. I was saying. So yeah, man, he's home to all of that, and I think he can't drop this week again. This week, today are the last day of the week, you know. Hey, see you start come from wait a sec. As we start give them credit, and probably I be carving I no credit me I use. Hey, you see one Duckland? Yo, we have to tell Duckland a real sample, man, yeah, man.
Hello?
The great Martins, man. I am sure, boss.
You know, the video on the next call. Me so short your work.
Alright.
Yeah.
So, Martins, the on the next call. The call is so away because you hear my whisper. Yes, ja. Anyways, we saw Martins, man, so forward, but. Alright, so all of these things that I've mentioned, people, I think these are some of the things why people really take on to, because it basically gives you a level of professionalism. You understand? Tito, big up yourself, you know. A long time, brother. Big up yourself, man. Hope everything alright. Alright. Now, with all of that said, you know, and Dennis Chung get all him ratings, you know. It's the coach, the coach, the coach, the coach. You have to big up Sean Ellis for that thought there. Sean Ellis thought gonna lead. Who remember that talk? Duckland, you remember that talk? Tennessee, big up yourself. Duckland, you remember that talk? It's the coach, the coach, the coach. Right now, are the coach. With all of what has been said about Dennis Chung, a strong leader, an effective leader, getting into the people's space. Yeah? At the end of the day, it's the coach, the coach, the coach. And the coach people emirate. You understand? Sean Ellis, big up yourself, Sean Ellis. And you make that thought the famous. Hey, remember that night enough for the whole night it already not J. It's the coach, the coach, the coach. Right now we are use it back. You understand? Right now we are use it back. And this time, it's not in one, it's not how it was used that last time, you know. Sean Ellis, big up yourself. Sean, oh. Tito, you start play back ball? Wait, you got make a cavalier? Tell the people them what go on, Tito. Tell us where you're training, who you're training with. You understand? Make we know what go on, man. But people, it's the coach, the coach, the coach. And listen, the first thing Grimmy doing, people, is to get close to the fans. Yeah, man. Coach Hallgrimsson got close to the fans. Yeah, the man got close to the fans. And the people do that. Because coaches before, it was very difficult to even have a 2-minute, a 3-minute, a 1-minute conversation with them. So a whole heap of respect gone out to Coach Hallgrimsson, Dr. Hallgrimsson, for what he did where the fans are concerned. Oh, you're coaching? Okay, big up yourself. Big up Tito. You understand? So it is very, very important that the coach is really a fan favorite, you know. Look at Manchester United. The 10 Hag them gone to Manchester United, you know, and right away the 10 Hag became a hit at Manchester United, you know. Even something that he did in terms of making a tough decision to throw the goat out of the pen, that was even better. So it's like the 10 Hag them find the formula. And the same thing with Coach Dr. Grimm. He found the formula. Then people, wanna believe say man not smart. Uno believes that the man not smart. The man realize, hey, listen to me. And I saw me I tell you when people know what them are doing now. Me can tell you this. Coach Grimson, Hallgrimsson, Dr. Hallgrimsson, the dentist, whatever name you want to call him. I believe he has done his research before he came to Jamaica. And anybody want to challenge me upon that, run it. You think say the man are going to see a job position and your interest are sure and you not do no research. The man research down to the flag where people them carry in a stadium. You understand? Yeah. At that go on. Me believe so that go on, people. The man research him thing. The man find out how to effectively get the fans them on him side. And once he gets the fan on his side, then it's a no-brainer. It's a no-brainer. And that's why when you look at it, you have to see the difference with learned individuals and individuals who, I mean, me not really want to put it this way, but it have to go there so. Seeing? And when we say learned, me not talk your secular academic level. Me I talk football academic level. So that's how me I put it. Me don't want nobody go crap this and say coach I say Hallgrimsson a doctor and this man is a tailor. I am talking about the football academics. The man has a pro license. Seeing? The man would have been able to gather, research, set up his strategic plans. You understand? Highlight his overarching plans or achievement that he wants to accomplish in the first month. Is it winning the fans one of them? I believe so. And boom, it happened. You understand? So, the man doing research, however I'm doing research, he probably have 2 friends at Jamaica because I never in first trip at Jamaica. Seeing? And he probably get some information on what's happening, what's taking place in the whole footballing space. He probably get information that him can watch the football pan Sportsmax. Big up to Sportsmax. You understand? Yeah, man, I have to big up Sportsmax. Through out my first article on my right. You understand? So big up to Sportsmax. So yeah, people. All of these things are strategic plan that the coach put in place. And him probably would have him vision board with everything stick up there. So and I say, yeah man, tick. So him check a box already, you know. You understand? So hey, RR, you know easy, you know RR. RR say want a teeth cleaning. Hey. Yeah, my brother just say, you know, he not got a male dentist. No kind of one of man in my mouth. The things people do. Oh boy, watch him, Formula. The dentist uses a team B, team C. And it's interesting, you know, because I don't believe that this way of operation is anything new when you're going a foreign land. You know. Remember, Hallgrimsson say it's very difficult to coach a national team, you know. When you go on club team, you work, so you get whole heap of knowledge and ins and out, the whole operation of football. When it's a national team, you call up a team and all of them something. Probably that's why he's having his camp to ensure so him constantly at work. That's another strategic plan. Because him can't just sit down, just watch football and make plans. You have to practically do it. Because there's a principle of training that tell you if you don't use it, you will lose it. Hence the reason the man probably have him intermittent camps to ensure that he man hone him skills same way, you know, drop off a farm, drop off a shape. You understand? So me tell you, you know, the man not just do things, so, you know. It is strategic. Wanna listen to me now, man? A man who have a PhD in football licensing, he no must have strategic planning going about doing thing, man. He can't just do it, so man. He must have him plan them, man. Probably have him black book, blue book, pink book, yellow book, orange book, all sort of book. He probably have book with this name, a book with that name, the book with that name, the A team, B team, C team, D team. And if you want, use all the alphabet now, I don't know. But the man make some plan. No, nothing that he's doing, it is by chance. Nothing that he's doing is just because he wants to do it. It is as a result of him making strategic plans that will aid him in carrying out his duty effectively as a national head coach. Just Chung is the job with the successful measure logistic recruitment, the fields, and player transition to the senior teams. But I hear you know, but you know the JFF is saying that is not their responsibility to take care of field. I know the logistics is a thing, recruitment is a thing, player transition to the senior team is a thing. But they are saying they are categorically removing themselves from the whole aspect of being responsible for the preparation and the taking care of fields. And it hard to agree, but me agree with them. You understand? It's very hard to say. But me agree with them because remember, you know, you have club owners. Clubs them most times the club them have to ensure we know them now make a lot of money. So they say, so to maintain a field that they train on and play on, it's very difficult. So the JFF can't take the length and breadth of the island and be responsible for a field. What they can do, National Stadium the JFF responsible for, is Independence Park responsible for that park. They have nothing to do with it. You understand? I don't know what advice they give if there's a that is responsible for field, where they can go around and assist in training groundsmen and personnels in order to proper them need to do something like that. On a year to year so first. JFF, Mr. Chung, if you're listening, if it is not your responsibility to develop fields, But it's your responsibility to develop football in the nation, and the field is a part of that development. Start to have, same like how we have referee courses, same like how you have coaching courses, have some courses or some workshop that can help people, groundsmen, ground staff, to go about the whole operation of a grounds, so that they will be able to correctly or effectively manicure, pedicure, all sort of cure, so that the fields can be in good order. I remember, listen, there are people out there, again, I can tell you, possibly in the diaspora, who can assist with field development as well. Hey, the diaspora full of people who can help and are willing to help, you know. You understand? So we'd like to see things like this happening. You understand? Alright, hold on there. So JFF is saying that the field is not, but I'm putting this out there. You must can do something to help in the development of the field. You understand? You must can do that. Must can do that. Yeah, man, them not responsible for the club. But they can have workshops and all of these things that will assist in, because that is a part of developing football, you know. Hey, Rich Po, I'm going to drop the link, you know. Because you see, a matter of fact, you can call in. There's something I'm noticing about the skin teeth approach. What am I talking? If me a talking, brother, my teeth I got skin. You understand? You got see me teeth them. Where the pan? Me not jump through no hoop for nobody. Based on what me see, based on what me research, it seems to me that this coach is the man, and the people them say it, Rich Po. Until the people they prove otherwise, he's the man. It's the coach, the coach, the coach. What Greenwood turned on Reggae Boyz? I don't know. The coach says whatever he does around the team is always for football reasons. Exactly. Coach, who have PhD in coaching? Now, Hallgrimsson pro license is like the PhD in coaching, and you never know that RDD. Where RDD come from, man? RDD, you just stop, Virgin. Listen to me, man. Yep. Hey. Let me hear what Rich Poor said. As coach, Heimir reinvented the wheel in his approach. I'm asking, are you speaking? If he has reinvented the wheel, I don't think no wheel has reinvented. I said that earlier. Probably your question asked after me said that. Or before me said that. But yeah, me think, I don't know, probably the new approach, but it comes with a different sort of energy and a different sort of vibe. And probably that's what the people are working with. You ever hear granny talk about spirit tech? You Rich Po. I'm sure you know about that, because you're on earth longer than me. Which Caribbean country have good field to play football? From the show start, Mr. Grimmy deliver a gallon of Kool-Aid the coach house. Now worry about the sugar. the man a dentist. No man, no sugar, no cool. Me not drink Kool-Aid still, so even if it deliver, wrong address. That way I say fresh God. So it want Rob Smith and Rich Poe things that throw we attack. We don't want a male dentist around here. No male dentist can clean with teeth. So you stay there. Is it that the squad for the Mexico game will be released as well as the squad for the TNT game? I'm not sure. I want Rob Smith, man. And it take a Caucasian coach to come to JA talk about playing field in his month. No, man, we have said that long time, RDD. Me no Caucasian. And the other people, I'm not Caucasian. A long time we have talked about the field. Remember, I said, a whole conversation we have on the coach's desk and other platforms, you know, man. What you talk, say, man? What you talk, say, man? What you talk, say? Everybody knows that the field or something, man. What you mean? The man doing research and knows that the field no good. And I one thing him have to go talk about when him come and him talk about it. You understand? Come on, man. But him now got so RDD, if you get a big position, a big job, that you want, you see a challenge in the job. Are you going to not take the job because of a deficiency? Huh? Come on, RDD. I'm sure no right now where you work. If it is not a private practice you're doing and you work otherwise, there are some things there that you are not in so much in liking. Off. So balance RDD. Maybe that's way, coach. The way to go, coach. They need to train groundsmen properly. Exactly, fresh gather. That me I say. We need truth and in fact, you know. Me personally redo a feel for myself. Seeing? And I mean not talk the lawn of me yard, want feel. Seeing? And deep down you might feel so you do a pretty decent job. But if I were to get training, and because I did it before, it will reflect and say, yo, you know, so some of the things that I do, and the right way I do it. So you might have people who do this thing for multiple years, you know. We might have people who do this thing for multiple years, but when they get the true training of what you're supposed to do as a groundsman, then of course it will be given a different value. You understand? So even if JFF is not responsible for taking care of fields across the length and breadth of the island, they could give some training, some seminars, some clinics to groundsmen on how to effectively deal with the whole preparation of the parks. Welcome to Mannings, man. Big up yourself, Mannings. What go on?
Yeah, man. I'm here, Coach Minzy. Bless up yourself, man. Yeah, man. You know, you had a rough week, Central Champs. But you're here on the triple treat.
You know, I saw the thing going up.
Yeah, man. I heard that you were doing the final score and you were trying to pull a little half a point away from a school and they had to call you back in the VAR room to fix the score.
That one don't belong to me. But as you mentioned, that in the man is the two championships, Central and Corporate Year Development, are two very interesting. So going into champs, it's gonna be very, very, very interesting.
Half a point? You really believe that somebody win by half a point?
Yeah, man. Because alright, you see in the field events, it could probably go down to 0.33. Because if you tie in certain field event, they have to divide the amount of point, but the amount of people who actually tie for that event. So that's how comes the half a point come true.
Okay.
Yeah, man. So you're right.
All right. So, well, congratulations to Heidel on beating Edwin Allen.
Yeah. Congratulations to Arsenal for winning the league.
Know yourself, man.
I mean, now worry. Not tell me. I tell her congratulations,
Well,
boss.
seeing that we win the league, just give up the game tomorrow, then, no, man.
Huh?
Just give up the game tomorrow.
I mean, give it up.
Then
Give
Arsenal
Liverpool.
win the league. Yeah, because what sense it make if you win the game since Arsenal already win the league? No matter waste your time. Just give up the game.
No, I don't mean waste my time. There's a schedule that was created. You still have to honor the fixture. You don't know
man.
that?
Yeah, man. You honor the fixture and just make the man then beat you.
So why you play today?
Because apparently, according to you, when we win today, we win the title. So I
Come on, Mannings, man. We can't believe say you go down that trajectory there, man. Come on, man. Mannings, me I give you a title based on how your team is playing. Eh? And you downplay it. Only if you be brave, you know, man.
Yeah, but I mean, I say you can further. If you really want me to get the title, tomorrow when they play Liverpool.
But I know me alone. I sit here if you talk to look how far me there.
Are you me want to talk to?
No.
Me have City for play, me have you for play. So I want you.
But Mannings, all right. Say Liverpool give me that 3 points there. He not gonna affect you up there, so.
Yeah, the Liverpool man they can't go deal with the fool where I call them.
Or ever lose. Anyways, if people they want to know Mannings, me I tell them say squad a drop soon, but because them say you have a very important neighbor.
But if the people don't believe that, right? Here's what: if the people don't believe that we have an important neighbor, right? You know that, and they are all admitted that my important neighbor is very, very, very professional in terms of how he operates. Then you would not want to think that he would be happy if any information that him don't release it, me release it. That would be problem. That would be breaking, the professionalism that is there. So if that is the case, then my management have to be very, very sensitive with the information that he has. Yeah, that's that. No, man, but the squad will be dropped next week, man. The squad will be dropped next week, though. After the
So uno believe people? After the what?
After the Monday night game. Because remember Monday night games are being played. So players probably can pick up and knock or stuff like that. So wait until the entire Premier League fixtures are finished, and then like Tuesday, because I think the camp start Wednesday. Because what they do now, they keep the camps on Wednesdays because when the players come in like on the Tuesday, they're normally tired because they had the game on
Monday
night.
So them give them a recovery day.
Yeah. So the squad will probably be dropped on Tuesday, so the players would know that they're coming in. But yeah, I mean, people know like Ravel Morrison is out of a club, so he's going to be here.
Mm-hmm. He's not out of a club. He's at the club, but he has to make that decision if he wants to.
Yeah.
Basically.
Yeah. So there is he's in transition. So and then you have a couple of players. Some of the younger players were invited. Players who play in England, they were invited to the game. So the ones off the paper, because it's an official international. So for that sometimes if you want it affect your standing, the FIFA ranking. The players who play in the game have to have the passport. I know that some of the players who were contacted, that the whole passport process or the citizenship process have not been completed. But you can look out and you're going to see some of the younger players, man. There's some of the younger, exciting players who are at clubs that can be released because the eyes are not playing or the club want them to get some more competitive games. Yeah.
RDD. He's asking if it is the same Mannings man from Sports Text. Yes, RDD. And this is the famous I Am Sure boss. So you need to go check out him channel. I Am Sport Sure. E Sure Sports. Let me say it that way. No, that's the wrong thing.
I am sure sports.
Yes.
You said you, but yeah.
So Mannings, I was just on a little rant about, not even a rant, just talking about the whole difference makers to the JFF right now. One, Dennis Chung and Coach Hallgrimsson. But like Sean said last year, it's the coach, the coach, the coach. So owing to Dennis Chung doing a good job so far, relatively good job so far, I think the deal maker, the difference maker is the coach. The people rate the coach, and him really can't do anything wrong for them right now. What you think?
Yeah, you know, let me tell you, sir. Like, there are certain things, like, I think, sir, but I think the truth is, the fact that Chung has made himself so accessible has gone a long way. If you are to compare, for example, the former General Secretary, Dennis Chung, Dennis Chung, in less than 6 months, have been in the public domain.
But Mannings, you know, that is a part of his job description.
Yeah, but I'm saying that in less than 6 months, he has been in the public domain more than the previous Gen Secretary entire duration in the Federation, in terms of doing long interviews or having long conversation. You understand? That, I think that is a good start. There are many things that need to be worked on, and I find him to be someone who is open to people giving him suggestions and things.
Yeah.
I think,
and he's willing to have discussion.
Yeah, and he's not afraid of being criticized. You can criticize him, harsh on him, and he will still come back on the on your platform or on your station and still talk, right? So yeah, man. So to me, I think he has done well, but the head coach as well, I think, has done well. I think even how the whole whisper situation has been dealt with, it just shows that he's not allowing
the noises.
Opinion, yeah. Because it could be, many people would be saying, well, him don't have to pick him again because him get a chance. He still have him. Man went away. He's not really playing. He just went on a trial, and he has him back in the squad training up to last week when they had the camp. So I think like those things are well. So everybody's okay with the coach, which is what you want. I mean, I don't think he's going to be perfect in everything that he does. But it is very important that we, the people, support the coach, and also we, the people, ensure that the federation itself give the coach all the support that the coach need to do what the coach needs to do. All right? But I just want to say one thing in addition to that. So because we were talking yesterday on a show about this player called Reese Nelson. I just confirmed with somebody who knows his mother that his mother has relatives in Jamaica. So he is Jamaican. He has Jamaican heritage. So he could play for Jamaica. His father is from Zimbabwe, but his mother...
And his mother has Jamaican roots.
Yeah. I was on a channel with some guys from London, and they spoke to him even today, but not about representing Jamaica just after the Arsenal game. I mean, they're going to talk to have conversation possibly with his mother, but just for the people who were listening, and they were saying that no, he doesn't, he's from Zimbabwe. His mother actually have family members in Jamaica.
Right, because what we heard also is that his mother was English, but it's to really find out if that, even though she's an English woman, if she has any local ties. So you're now confirming that.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
So you see people out there, no manins, we always a dig for information and I find out information now. You see? That information was presented on a platform and even before the day finish we find that out. So it is a good
There you
look.
go.
Yeah, man. So in terms of being an effective head coach now, Coach Hallgrimsson would have to be able to lead the team to success by developing a winning culture. So that has to be a part of his plans as he take over the reins of this team. So it has to be on his vision board. Because even with making friends with the fans want to see you winning. And the fans are so hungry for winning. It is important that this winning culture has to develop. But in terms of developing that winning culture, Mannings, how far do you think, or how far down the line will the fans have to wait?
Listen,
Will things just happen in a jiffy?
all right, so the coach said something very important in the interview that he did. He said, when we beat Mexico, and he said it 3 times if you listen to the interview that he did on the platform. So I think he believes that he's able to get the better of Mexico in Mexico. I don't know if a Jamaican team has ever defeated Mexico in Mexico at any level. I mean, maybe on the female side, but on the male side. So I think if that is the result, that we defeat Mexico and progress in the Nations League to the semifinal and final, that in and of itself, to me, like builds up his credit. I think that builds up his credit. So if his credit is built up and say he goes to the Nations League final and he plays the USA and it's a close game, I think he will still have credit. But again, then you have the Gold Cup. And if some of the players that are out there get ready and get set and go in the Gold Cup, I think with this coach and the time, because remember, the Gold Cup is going to be so good because the Gold Cup is going to happen after the Premier League goes on break and there's no Copa America and those things. So it's not like the players come off break. The players will be available except injuries. So
or man no one come because of holiday.
Yeah, or maybe a man gone on him holiday. But I think like the dynamics are changing because this is somebody that on his own initiative early in his thing, he went and met and spoke to players individually. He says, I want to talk to them. So these are the things he said. So it's a difference when say, for example, like you are the head coach, right? And me, I'm like the general manager, the team manager. I'm connected to the team and I call the player. When you, who is seen as this big international person who coaches in the league that I play, speak highly of you. Players over there speak highly of you. They know you. You are known, right? When you come and meet with me, I will put off my holiday, When you go and meet with the player will put off the holiday. But when I hear from Manningsman, it could be like, you understand me? Certain people bring influence, and I think he's able to draw that kind of a player into a situation where the player decides, I'm going to skip the holiday because I want to be a part of this. I think he has that pull. And so I see us having a very, very strong Gold Cup squad that could contend for the Gold Cup. But I think the biggest thing is if we beat Mexico, that momentum that we're going to have is going to be important for the football program going ahead. We beat Mexico, I think players will want to come for the Gold Cup. And I think that is how the coach is thinking. Let us beat Mexico. And I know if I beat Mexico, and that goes on the news, players who are considering and contemplating will say, no, man, we want to go and play for them in the Gold Cup. And I also think the influx of American players in the Premier League doing well at Leeds and other clubs are saying to some of these players in England, but if America have some in there, these guys, it looked like CONCACAF is a real deal.
So that's another strategic plan and mode operandi by the coach in terms of wanting to win, or is going to win the game, so that it will help his whole marketing thrust. So everything is aligned to how he wants to go about getting players on board, getting the team to a particular level. And that speaks well for not just his coaching acumen, but his marketing strategy and planning, because that is very, very important. You know, it shows me that there is something that is outlined, and you want to follow that outline. You have the drawing, you have the 3D plan, and all of them things there. You want to ensure that you get it up and running.
Hey, you know what is so funny? You can remind me, Coach Minzy, when was the last time we had like camps like these in the football? Because remember we had Coach Whitmore was the coach, don't it?
Mm-hmm.
And he was in Jamaica. Were we
for
having
many
camps?
years?
So,
no, I don't recall any camps.
I'm trying to remember the last time we had like stuff like this where there was always like ongoing camps every other
Probably
week.
from Rene Simone's time. It can't be any time other after that I recall. I know Bora. I think Bora tried it going around the island, putting teams together, trying to play some games and all of this, having camps. I think the people weren't that patient in that particular time.
Yeah. And for the people, because I just click on the comment, remember the coach said like he's going to use this game to look at as many players, right? He said that one set of players going to get to play in the 2 Trinidad game. He said that he's going to look at a next set of players for the Mexico game. You heard that, right? And then he said after that they have a Guatemala game, so they will have a next set of players. He said we have 4 games to look at as many players as possible. So what that means to me is that some of the players that you see in the games against Trinidad and Tobago, you will not see them in the game against Mexico. Those who play in the game against Mexico, you're not probably going to see them in the game against Guatemala, because the coach is also going to use the games to look at players. Yeah, so that's the next thing. So
Yeah, definitely.
somebody was saying,
yeah, the link is dropped, people. Yeah. Go ahead.
somebody said Paula had camps. That was before we had a game. Like right before we had a game, you would have a. Did Paula have camps?
No,
remember that.
no. We are Rob Smith. If you're talking about camps before games, that is regular. That is usual. This man have probably bi-weekly camp, or you know.
Yeah.
Maybe. So people having problems with the local camps and or the local, say the domestic players. I want you to understand something, people. You see, with the domestic players, it is actually important. Because remember, you know, we get players from all over the globe. You understand? Hey Dre, me nah add it to his stream with that blue something there, you know. Hey Dre. Him blow off the dust. But manins, you know somebody said today, the amount of money the man they spend and then win and them still that 10th, then still appear interest.
The man them win and the move.
Then that me as the man, so they are interest them up here.
The man them win and the man don't move up on the table. Yo, but me realize what I mean, you know, a long time Dre no celebrate a winning a man. And the man
Me not tell the man.
The man better get big star.
Can not celebrate?
He not celebrate. You want to be a sit and watch, you want to sit and watch.
But yeah, let me address the local thing there right now. You see, the local or the domestic camps are that is in place, and again, it is another strategic move. Why? Because we get players from all over the globe, and there might be instances where a player cannot come for whatever reason. Now, when you have a domestic set of players learning the system, learning whatever you're trying to implement, and because you'd have been in camp with them and they understand the whole way of operation, it would be more easier now for them to fit in a slot if a player is unavailable. So nothing is wrong with that. I remember these early games are to see players. These early games are to ensure that players get their opportunity, and they can't say them never get no opportunity to no local players. Me think so that a part of it too, which probably we just add that because we know the whole, between local, domestic and international. But nothing is wrong with having these. Remember, the coach said, I said earlier, man said he likes to coach in the club because you get to do a lot of things, hands-on, ins and out, nuances of the game, rather than when you coach a national team. So also, a part of him keeping these camps is also to hone his skills. Get to know the players. You understand? Get the players at a level to understand what he's about.
Yep,
So we don't want the people them take it away and say, oh, we now go win because we are use domestic players. We don't need. Listen, remember, so we are moving our new thrusting of people. So make with us be optimistic rather than.
Look up see if Harry Potter, Graham Potter come out of the ceiling, man. We look up in the sky, sir.
Now look, any moment, no, them fire Potter come, still a Potter out,
You still the same out?
That wasn't impressive with no means necessary today, that performance, man. And so the coach at one point, man, have 5 central midfielder on the park at one point, and left Havertz alone a play forward. 5 central midfielder, the man have on the field at one point.
Who buy, brother?
No matter who we buy, man. We have the players, them, and just the coach now implement them at the right time, at the right tactical. I don't know what I'm going, but enough complaining the coach. He doesn't find excuse after excuse why the team not performing. And right now, it's like only 3 first-team players into it right now. So should be looking better, should be performing more consistently, should be scoring some goals. I don't know what's going on. He now play the striker. Then we have Nacho Fafana. We have Aubameyang. He said in his press conference, he keeps saying that great training. Aubameyang had a great training whole week. The press conference leading up, and say have a great training, right? And then when come game day, he can't even get up to go warm. So you tell me what's so great about the training if you can't find a couple minutes on the pitch from game day. Havertz played 90 minutes.
Well on the J. We have a caller online. Caller, welcome to the show.
Yeah, man. I'll best I want to wash your rest. Yeah, man. Good night. Coach. You are your fan,
Caller, what's your name?
Dear man, man is man. I knew you, so man is not to be my enemy anymore.
Hey, man, say highly blessed. I want to wash the rest.
Yeah,
Big up yourself, Arden.
Yeah, man.
What say you?
Yeah, man. Say honestly, at the first for this long time, coach, I kind of feel comfortable with what I see going in Jamaican football. First of all, I want big up the man them. I big up the man them. I big up you, Coach Minzy. I big up I am sure. I big up IMAX Ryan, because let me tell you something, brother. Maybe uno really graph I wanna really have done for Jamaica football with this new media, Trust me. But I mean, you guys were the one that I mean day and night on a pound, on a push and everything. That's I only change Jamaica football, you know. Not telling that you know, bro. I only change Jamaica football. The everything they see are go on. And one the man you know, boy, me appreciate it. Greatly appreciate it. You understand? Because once we couldn't get no information at all from the JFF. None whatsoever. You understand? And me glad to see this. And one more thing me happy to say is the kind of unity where me did expect where no longer again English player versus local player, but everybody are one. And me understand the camp that the coach are doing at Jamaica. Because remember, you know, we don't know some why the player them are really up to that level there. But you know, in the rough we can find two diamonds same way, you know. So when the coach I do, me understand. Please everybody, man I try to please everybody, you know. At the same time, a man know where I do. So you understand these camp that I put on, as I say, right, the coach, sometimes you're gonna have matches that the player overseas they can't come for whatever reason. The man have to know what kind of which player have a Jamaican, the position they can play and the best player for that position. You understand me? And me love these and me understand this. But one more I understand, coach, this thing that me see on deal with now with the new media and like to contact players. I think I heard management talk about this and about talking to players locally and overseas and stuff like that. What is this really about?
Mornings, tell him what going on now.
Oh, all right. So, Coach Lindsay, we can do it, you know, but you can give me 2 minutes and I come and explain. I don't know if RD going to stay on or if I'm going to listen and we can just explain and just tell.
No, man, me come off and listen, man.
All right.
Yeah, man. So, listen. Yeah, man.
We'll take 2 minutes and then.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. So you can like
all right, Cataract in the building as well.
So,
big up the man them.
Coach, I don't want to elaborate on the Chelsea thing because it's a Jamaican football show, so I'm not going to too much come over and vent. But it's been a while, so I'm back from the media now. You know, trip bag. I have to pull the jersey out of the back of the closet. And it's been a while, man. But I to the expense of Leeds and Cataract. Sorry, Cataract, but that 3 points that come somewhere to shape our form. But they just finally get that 3 points. And Rodrigo was out today, so that kind of helped with the cast, you know.
So a man is really hyping over a hard-fought 1-0 victory.
3 points.
With his $600 million team.
3 points.
But at a Chelsea show, I would be ashamed of myself, sir. 600 million. Not even management team that cost so much. Or even coach them team from across the water. So I don't mind losing. I mean, those points wouldn't have expected it. But it was good to see Raheem Sterling back playing football. Coming back from injury. And we always like to see good for Jamaica. So that was my takeaway for the game. So, welcome back, Sterling. I hope you stay injury-free for the rest of the season. Performing, get selected for England's Nation League later on this month. And, yeah, man, respect. Good to see him on the field. I think it's 60 minutes he played for. Battling.
Hold on the Cataract. People, 203 people on amazed to the likes. Them low. Like, I don't know what to say. Right now, we are going to pause the show. I'm going to press the X right under the comment section. Go and touch the thumbs up button. And then you click back live chat. Who don't do it yet, just do it quick and fast. Thanks. Thanks in advance. But we'll take a few seconds. Please.
Come on, people. Don't expect things.
Like up the live, man.
But then, man,
Don't
that's
make
not
it thing
them
look so.
people,
Don't
bro.
forget say like, hey, it like work, you know, brother.
I beat Cataract today. Wow. Empec.
Like up the stream, people. On the door, make it come on a good. Me tell you, so we have a good show plan for you, man. You understand? So, on ensure say, on do the right thing. Do the right thing. Do the right thing. So, all right. We give the 30 seconds. All right, let me jump back. So, we spoke about the coach has to ensure that there's a winning culture. So, waiting on Mannings, man, to explain to Ardian. Ardian is out there listening. I think one of his duty also as an effective head coach is to motivate the players to perform at their best and creating a positive team atmosphere. What do you think? Think me up on the right track?
It's all like I read from a script, so the script is right.
So hold on.
So
hold on. Me can't write down my script. Me can't write down what I want to talk.
It coming like Coach Google. What makes a good football coach? Them said they have too much punctuation and letter and every I, that, and T. It does sound like something will come off a yard, man. Don't it?
Well, I know. Go on Google and see if you find that. Go on Google. Google it now. Google it now, no?
Are you coaching manual you look for?
No, man. Google it now, man. No, man. That's something we're writing our notes, man. See, they were writing our notes.
Yeah, motivation is always a thing for your coach.
Writing our notes.
The management come back with the A-list recruited update now. Reese Nelson added to the list now. Got 2 managers.
Yeah, man. Reese Nelson is a yardman. Well, he have a yardman connection.
Hold on. No, say that slowly because me have a man. A man can't get the dump.
Yeah, wait a
You have a cataract?
No.
Well, I'm going to take him off and show them. What?
What?
Well, I'm going to take him off and show them.
Comment section, deal with that, please.
Tell him what we type in.
We have to cataract. No.
Apology.
Cataract. Before you come on, man. We don't want to hear nothing from you. You see? I don't know if Jesus. It's see but I got knock no. You are Kevin the people. What a careless select. His son dead. Mute the mic, brother. You can't speak for a while.
What?
And that's why I say, on don't try to change the argument or the lines of talk. Anytime people talk something, on try to twist it. You see, and me have the anger now, and me kick you off my street.
He might say, let's say that slowly. Come on.
Hey, me know that somebody cut that out already, you know. Cataract on big meme tomorrow. Cataract, you dead in a show, no cataract. Yeah.
We check to the funeral.
Yeah, man, you're dead in a show, man. Right now, we know why you're for your Mannings. Tell Adi what go on.
Yeah. So, listen, it's gathering momentum, you know. It's just, like I said, it's not, honestly, it's everybody idea. I think all of us at some point would have discussed it. You understand me? So it's not like management. I just put it out there basically in an organized way. But it is things that we have been discussing long ago. And so there's a series of meeting next week to kind of, like I said, establish the committees. Because it's amazing. Like I said, there are so many players. You will not believe, like I said, there's not a player that they have reached out to either those in the United States or those in England, past players, that have said no. Like everyone wants to be involved, and that is the biggest thing. So there's a couple of meetings next week where these players know it can be formalized. Like Mr. Chung said on the show recently, that the players can actually have, it's going to be established that they can say that when they speak to somebody, they are speaking as representatives of the GFF. So it's not like they're just out there. They can go and use that. That is how formalized it's going to be. And so that is ongoing. And next week, there are 2 meetings. So probably by the end of next week, there's probably going to be a public
launch.
I don't want to say launch because Mr. Chung did say they want to have some official launch, but
okay.
but something where the discussion is probably having been cleared up. There is some sort of meeting of other people like you and some of the persons on YouTube with some of these persons in a context, because you can't just go big meeting like that. I think it is important that we involve some of the vloggers and some of the persons who have been a part of the process from the beginning to at least share their own part in it. Like I think Cataract have valuable information that he can share. I think you have that. I think you understand me. So there must be an ear.
Cataract is on a ban. But ban myself.
Yeah, right. And so that is the player. I'm going to tell you how this works. So, like I said, this thing now is being. People are hearing it outside of Jamaica and acting on it. So like the 2 friends from England, they were doing the show today, and they confirmed about the whole Reese Nelson thing. And so they're going to have conversation with his family. Same thing for the guy called Jed Spence.
Yeah, Jed Spence.
Yeah, he's going to speak to the family, and they are going to do that. So there are persons out there who want to work. Sometimes when people hear these things, it's not for us to go and, yo, this is going to happen this month. No, it is just the beginning.
Process.
It is the beginning. And sometimes we go too far. Cataract probably, or Jerry come on and say, for example, you know that this person could represent Jamaica. Yo, no, yes, this man I want to play for Jamaica, man. Yo, reach him, man, now. I wonder if he go there in the Gold Cup squad. Like,
yeah. Go ahead ourselves at times.
Yeah, and I think sometimes it causes disappointment. We have to understand that there's a process. The process of convincing the player, the process of making sure that
citizenship and all of them something.
And depending on, I had to explain to somebody had to explain to me today about a situation of a player that we have on a list of players. And there are 3 persons with 3 different spelling of the same surname. And so by the time it get to the son who's supposed to play, the spelling of the surname is with the son is different from the father original birth certificate, and the father spelling is different from the grandfather original birth certificate, and the grandfather original spelling is different from his grandson spelling. So all 3 surnames. So it's like you have one spell color, COLOUR, one spell COLOR, and one spell is COLLOUR.
You don't have to go that far, man. There's an issue at RGD, and the most famous one is the Davis brothers. Former Minister of Finance Omar Davis, DIS. His brother was the cabinet secretary, spelled DAVIES, and his other brother was the head of UTEC with a different Davis. With 3 brothers and 3 different things.
But let me tell you this. Let me add this to it, Cataract. I know this child. Mother wanted to name her Amelia. Guess who can tell me what the nurses or whoever put on the birth certificate? America. So right now her name is America rather than Amelia. So you're right, Cataract. Some of these things are messing up a whole lot down by there.
I believe just like they check driver's license for people who can read and write, they have to go do a spelling bee check, do an RGD. A serious big man thing. But the man is what I wanted to say is the Minister of National Security has an authority of final appeal, just like with your firearm license or anything. So if you come up on a roadblock, the person can write an appeal supported by the Jamaica Football Federation to the Minister of National Security to say, along with an affidavit by a justice of the peace, to say, this person, I know that this man is this man's father. And we try it that way. But when you reach
it's kind of different though, Cataract, because here's the thing now. This
was rough.
Yeah, because for example, say I am born in England, right? And my father is born in England, but the grandfather was the one born in Jamaica. All right. So when he comes to Jamaica and get the original, they look up. Because remember, I say, and I think with the pink birth certificate, a lot of the grandparents have, you know, I want long out, you ever see the birth certificate there yet?
Yeah, man. They call it the long form. Yeah,
the long. You ever see that yet, Coach Minzy?
It's wide.
You ever see them yet, Dre?
No, I'm not gonna see
it. it's broader than Manning's man Big Back TV.
No, man, good. It is a broad one, but it's a long, right? So what happened is that the justice of the peace cannot say. Then that is in the case where the grandparent a name alone is wrong, because the justice of the peace would know the grandparent and stuff. But how do you appeal the son who was born in England? Because you'd have to first change. That is the confusion.
It have worked.
You have to change everybody's name to either the grandfather or right, and then the son. And then I don't think players though. Some of the big profile players, they don't want to change the spelling of their name.
Yeah, but they can't change the spelling of their name because remember good enough, them have a contract in that name.
That's what I'm saying. They can't change their name. So everybody have got to try to change their name to match up with the.
So what is solution?
No, I think the solution they have to left that player there, unless him name Mason Greenwood. But
anyways, people, we have a call online. Ian, welcome to the show.
Yeah, good night, gentlemen. Hope all is well.
So far.
So, in terms of the consular process, and to speak on the matter that just mentioned, we have had some of those challenges, and currently there are a few of those situations on play where the RGB is actually trying to assist players to get their grandparents' documents corrected, because many a times, you know, you're in the country, you just send somebody to register a child, and the spelling goes off key, person migrates, and they spell their names differently when they venture overseas. And in some cases, in some situations, what happens is that there will be a correction of error in some situations, or there will be what's it called again? An addendum to the name. It's not really necessarily deep note. Yeah. It's I don't know the name. The name I'm looking for. Correction of error is one that we have been using, and also we have been using in the case of I want to mention one person's name, Lumsden. That's the situation. An addition, let's call it, whereby we're making an addition to the name, essentially, with the spelling, of the father's name. So that's one situation. So because the player's name, in most cases, we don't interfere with the player's surname any at all. That doesn't happen. It's a matter of fixing things along the chain, provided the person is still with us. Yeah. But it can be taxing, and in some situations the registrar in England comes into play. That's the situation with Zach Lovelace. Yeah, because the grandmother's birth certificate was obtained locally. That part's done. The issue is just to make a correction with the registrar in England because they made an error. Yeah, regarding on the mother's birth certificate. That's the reason. That's the reason Zach Lovelace wasn't here. So whatever was being said about Lovelace is not true. That's what transpired. The registrar in England made the error. So the administration is far concerned, in my opinion. Yeah. So some of these things, the consular aspect is challenging because of these errors with names, and it's just constant and it keeps on repeating itself. But there are good persons in RGD are trying to assist. Yeah. And it's not their fault because if you register your child with a particular name, that's their name. If they go overseas and make amendments without doing a deep hole, that's on them. So the RGD is not at fault. And right now they are in a tussle with this whole salary revision, whereby they were off, I think, twice regarding negotiations. So there's a backlog at RGD because right now I have probably 7 or 8 cases at RGD for various players. Yeah. Well, they're players directly, but they're grandparents, and those are all pending. But there are people there, good people there, trying to help. Yeah. Same with the High Commission, they do try to assist. Yeah. It's a matter of us. Well, the JFF in cases notifying them that players they are interested in players. Yeah. So people are trying to help in various quarters. Pika, they do try to assist as well. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's a matter of things being done in a structured manner for them to, assist players. Because a player come and say, "Oh, I'm gonna play in the Gold Cup for Jamaica." Where's the evidence? Where's the proof? Yeah, there must be some structure to how these things are handled. So it's challenging sometimes to get things done, but people in various quarters do try to assist. That much I can say. And on that note, I close. Take care, guys.
All right, big up yourself, Ian. Big
Yeah.
up yourself. I think before Ian, or was it Mannings?
Cataract can talk now, man. But a lot of persons, even in the comment section, say that their names are spelled wrong and then just leave it alone. But you leave it and you don't know because, especially a surname, you don't want your kid go spell it the right way. Because that's what happened. Because some people, their name are spelled wrong, but when they are registering their kid, they spell it the right way.
Then spell it right. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And the no say it have implication.
Doug the
It won't be
road.
a problem until you win the lottery. Yeah.
Are you want to switch allegiance?
No, yeah. Or get here. American citizenship. It's something that we have to get more affair with. And the truth is that it's YouTube that has brought this to the fore about how prevalent this issue is. So I think, but I just want to say I come in again, and I heard the things that Ian said. I disagree with him on one major factual point. Had Zach Lovelace's thing been started 6 months ago, the issues could have been dealt with. Round one part, round one country part, that's a coach.
Yeah, man, corner beat, man. Go on top, man.
Okay. So that is the reason why I believe that the recruitment and search of players management has to start now, and not while the World Cup qualifiers going on, or while the under 20 qualifiers going on, or while the under 17. There should be good preparatory work. And coach, I'm going to drop a bombshell here. I watched a game today, and then I call a brethren for confirm. There's a 16, he just turned 17-year-old centre back 6'4.5" tall. That is a starter for Blackburn Rovers, who is eligible. So put him by the list, man.
All right. Blackburn. Yep. Blackburn Rovers.
Yeah, man. Ashley. Let's tell you what Ashley's last name is. I think it's Phillips. Let me just confirm that. Yeah, Ashley Phillips. Sorry. So when you get deep into the research but managers are still going to say this, we had a discussion, coach, about whether who is the general manager and the team manager. But I believe the various managers ought to be doing this kind of research out of competition. Because I still believe that what we are doing is although it's formalized, I don't 100% know that is the most, what you would call, transferable way, that if Marins man win the lottery and Cataract win the lottery and go to Nigeria and get 7 wives, what happened? Or Mr. Porter become the national coach of Canada and a business with Jamaica. What happens? So I think once it gets going though, Marins, that structurally the JFF has to own this process of recruitment and citizenship assistance and understand that it's a part of their core business.
Yeah.
But was there any news on the other two players?
This guy Ashley Phillips, you're saying that he can represent Jamaica?
Yeah, that's what I was told.
Okay.
But of course, sources can be right, sources can be wrong. I'm glad we're wrong about Reese Nelson, because anybody I've asked told me he's African, Zimbabwe.
His father. His father relatives, but both his parents are born in the UK.
England.
But yeah.
So
We have a caller on the line. Caller, welcome to the show.
Yeah, it's me calling back. Sorry for calling back.
Oh,
that's unusual, but yeah, I must add my point. I do agree with Cataract what you just said. They should have commenced earlier with
Ian, what kind of mic you use?
Yeah.
But Cataract.
What do you mean?
They mean one of them.
Lord. They must say it, Lord.
Lord, man.
No, it's a brand new phone. That's the thing. It's a brand new phone. That's it.
The Ultra Samsung Ultra 23.
It's a brand new phone. Yeah. So.
Man, them say I see a man T got used. Hey, no, the savage do. On the savage, Go ahead.
Yeah, I am saying that Cataract is right. They should have started earlier where Lovelace is concerned. And I'm saying this generally to everyone concerned regarding the consular. Remember, players can't represent Jamaica unless they are naturalized. So persons that are trying to help players that have no knowledge of consular affairs, please pass the information to somebody that's a professional in that area, either the High Commission in London, myself, or somebody that knows consular affairs. Do not sit with the players and try to assist them in something that you don't understand. I'm talking generally across the board because it happens so often. There's one case, I won't remember the player's name. It pissed me off to the core because the player has been trying to get Jamaican citizenship for a long time, but the person's trying to assist the person don't understand the system and trying to help with something they don't understand. Listen, everybody have their own function and roles. Cataract is a selector. I can't select on any sound. I'll be useless. Yeah. So persons specialize in your own areas. So if you don't understand something, pass it on to someone that can help. Because it's not as difficult for them to assist. And there are some cases that require tender care. There are some that are easy and simple, but some requires expert intervention. Yeah? So that's a statement across the board. Stop trying to meddle in something that you do not understand. Anyway, this time I won't come back later. Gone.
All right. I think that's a very good point that Ian made there. And I think I was alluding to it the other day. We want people to deal with the thing who is supposed to deal with it. And rather than we say that player good enough. Same like what Mannings man said not too long ago. We are overemphasized that the player want if he might come a Gold Cup. When we're supposed to try to find out if the player interested or we're just clarifying that he's eligible because of his roots in Jamaica. So that's a good point, Ian.
What did leave and forward back with a list or some agenda? What go again?
Say that again, Dre.
Honest man, they leave for a couple minutes and come back with a list.
What talk about?
What kind of list? You mean it team list? Next week a team list a drop, man.
Tell him about that. You want to drop all list that the prem. But coach, I mean, on a different thing. Me see a thing. It says Nick.
Hold on, the Mannings. Hold on. Let me play it. Are you want to tell me what go on, you know?
Me want to know what go on.
Hold on, people. I make on listen. Breaking news. Me I want to listen to this and then ask Mannings all the questions.
No, man, I Dre, I can't answer them because I don't understand it.
Now wait for the squad of Mannings saying leave for the come back. 2 minutes.
All right, listen up.
To be at Mount Pleasant, it sometimes can be difficult because you know that you're there away from your home and your family and all of that. I think started off excellent, I can tell you that. However, I think as the month progressed, it's like he was just not settling well. I think that he would rather be in Kingston than to be in St. Anne.
Has he left the club?
That actually is true.
When you say wasn't settling well, tell us a little bit more. I don't understand. If he missed home or he wasn't settling because of his quality or lack thereof?
No, man. There's no doubt about his quality. He does have quality.
He was homesick?
A lot of quality.
He was homesick?
That appears that way.
And the player in question is Mannings one. Tell them who. Tell them is who.
Nicky Daly, who was in the United States, come to Jamaica and I drive from Kingston to St. Anne and the man get homesick. How that works? Some cataract, explain that to me, you Dre.
But Mannings, remember the man is a different country no live up a St. Anne there. You probably want to take plane and now get the plane right.
Maybe that was an excuse to get him into my lines. Talk to it, Brian. Talk to it.
Oh,
if they are my lines?
Man, still talk to us. Hey, I tell you, Stefan, it is serious, brother. It's serious.
I want to know, can you be homesick in your own country?
And that me I say.
What you mean?
But no, but I don't like say him drive go work in a different parish.
If the man is getting if the player may allegedly get regular calls that as him drive out, Joe them yard, and Joe knows him a play for 90 minutes.
Ear cataract him now. Ear cataract him now.
You sick for your work.
Ear cataract him now. You can't learn.
I mean, I tell you.
Coach, what go on?
But I do.
Good day, Brian.
I was sick one.
What I say? Come here, no call me team name, you know. What I say?
No, we hear say the baller a drive from town go St. Anne and a fly him they don't want to fly. But he must say might as well me stay at Mullines. What go on for that?
Pay act?
Mm-hmm.
That would suggest he was there to begin with.
No man, maybe when me say stay at Mullines, we can probably live near the sun, you know.
No man,
Which part him live?
closer to only for different teams. Cavalier, Arnett.
So you know you go on the recruitment drive. Okay.
No, me I tell you which part. No, me know him long before him got this up. Me I tell you which part him live. He have to go past too much team for come on more lines, brother.
Well, what I want to know, didn't this player play in Clarendon, at Clarendon College?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Him did homesick too.
oh, he was homesick. Okay. No. No, me
Yeah,
get
but
it.
Brian, I think it's Steven name called first.
huh?
You hear it's Steve name you call first. You're trying to say something to the public now. We'll recruit him from St. Anne and tell him to make up that story there.
I don't know. Maybe my go to East.
Nobody said, man, you see that picture. No.
But
Maybe like the view out of East.
No, let me ask you this, Brian.
I
From
want to
Clarendon,
ask you
from
something,
Kingston to
man.
Clarendon, or from Kingston on the highway, from where he lives to Clarendon.
Yeah, man.
I can't be a flat
Clarendon
bridge
far,
matter,
not
you know.
far.
Eh?
It can't be
No,
a
man,
flat bridge
Clarendon
matter.
far,
Cause you have the highway.
Because it's where it's Chapelton Clarendon Colleges, right?
Yeah, man.
And that's 4.
Then how you never homesick in a Clarendon and you're homesick in a St. Anne and you come a St. Anne when the highway built? Me not understand that. Somebody have to break that down to me because my
If you said you not get no game, cat Mannings.
Yeah, but who for fault make him not get a game? Man, they're the club from October, you know, brother. And from October, in contract with what the team name? So he had a contract with Charleston Battery, and them loan him to Cincinnati. Apparently, the loan move never worked out, so Cincinnati was terminating his loan to send him back to his club, and I think Charleston and him terminated him contract by mutual consent. But him couldn't play in the JPL now because even though he was a free agent, all of that occurred after the transfer window closed.
Transfer window,
So he have to wait. So him there the club from them time there till January. So he would have enough. He have the longest preseason.
No, but Sir Brian Martin, if you are a free agent, my understanding is that the transfer window doesn't count.
No money transfer window count.
No, free agents are signed outside of the transfer window because it's not a transfer.
Well, you know me I said. Let me tell you about what my Iron Man.
Oh, I remember. Okay. No, just
He had to wait. His contract was terminated after the window closed.
transfer clearance. I think it's the international transfer clearance thing he had to wait and do.
Yeah, that not you can't get that outside of the transfer window.
Yeah. So that you have to make it clear. That is
Because no matter where you're going worldwide, the transfer the ITC is a standard system all around the world. So if the portal closed down in Jamaica, or the same portal in England, America, or France, or wherever. So I think that was the issue still.
so again, and I'm saying if it's Iron Man, I do the thing different. Because
No, that's not for no man. Another Iron Man. It's just that him can't not get international clearance. Who are gonna approve it?
It would be an international transfer, no? No, so.
Hold on, coach.
It's a question me I ask you now.
Oh, okay.
Go on, look
Because
at
I would
her.
like somebody, Adrian Mariappa, in the middle of last season in November, way after the transfer window closed, the end of September.
I'm gonna go upstairs.
Transferred from, was playing in Australia, contract, ended his contract, became a free agent, and then transferred to Burton Albion in a whole different league. So that's why I'm asking these questions for knowledge. Because as I know it, that's why players end their contract by mutual consent to allow them to move outside of the transfer window. Because it's not a transfer between two clubs. Because you're not owned by any club. So, but I will yield to those who know more. But
So if said like Ravel terminate his contract, he could sign for a JPL club. Like once it, or he has to wait until the window. So if said like Ravel terminate his contract.
Brian, listen Mannings 2 times.
Feedback, man.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm just try to ask. Somebody, coach, somebody else will understand homesick. That's why I ask somebody to explain. Cataract.
RDD no so stable sometime, you know.
Cataract. Explain homesick to me. When a person is homesick, what that mean?
I have
It is very challenging to understand Mannings because the man come from town, as them say, play a lot of football in Clarendon, all time schoolboy years. And we have and that probably is the time that he should feel homesick as a youngster.
Yeah, but he was overseas too for 5 years.
maybe it's the,
So
maybe,
I the step me I take up Brian. Seeing?
it's
So
the beach. It's the beach.
as a younger youth, him never homesick. Him leave that time, go overseas. You never hear nothing about homesick. He come one day for a foreign sick. Them he want to say foreign sick.
No man, it is sea
Yeah, but
breeze.
maybe
You can't deal with the sea
maybe
breeze out of
Senton don't have
Jackson.
maybe Senton don't have the home atmosphere.
No, him can't take the sea breeze out of Jackson. But make we talk some serious football, man. Look out to dear pastor.
The man can't break into the mountains and attack. And
That's how me think.
yeah, I'm linked to another person. I'm not going to call a name. I leave that to Brian. I'm not going to call a team name neither. I leave that to Brian. I'm done already call it still. Then link another person and say, hear what? Tell the man them say the driving back and forth thing now go work. Find some excuse, give them gas, and him go say homesick. You know when cook that
Hey,
from.
fresh God. Nobody we follow Dre and that.
But you know why me now buy the homesick argument? RDD I say when a man is accustomed to certain things, the man leave Jamaica and go foreign for 5 years go play ball, brother. Or him never cry homesick for come back to Jamaica then.
What I
In
can
the
say,
outside of Jamaica,
category
new life. You understand?
in not heading to the 5-star camp at no time, no present time right now. That's all I can comment.
Okay.
You mean Hallgrimsson thing?
Well, that's a far fetch. That's further fetched than the stars of the east. Progress.
Yeah, well,
No, all me I say still, I hope him find a club close to home where he can play some football and be comfortable because he's a kid who have talent. And it really sad to see how it turned out. I mean, I thought it was me never fond of it for year that he might come back from the USL because I think if you go to the USL and play for 5 years, I mean, I don't know. I don't think your next step should have be coming back to Jamaica. I think there's some way where you must could have find a team, if I even USL League One or something. You must can find a club where you can put them get some starting some game time or whatever, you know. So me think it was a bad move to come back to Jamaica after all that. But I hope him get a chance to play in a club and make a move outside. Because he have ability and he have talent still, but I'm not so sure about it.
But we're not still, Cataract, why you think, I mean, I don't know if any of, I feel like David Moyes start treat Antonio not so good. Or maybe I'm overthinking. And I think Mikel Antonio has become more vocal. And I wonder if that is going to affect his farm or he's just looking forward to come and play for Jamaica. Because I notice he's doing a lot of interviews and lot of posts and stuff outside of football kind of a thing. I saw I did something with Callum Wilson and all of them things there. So I'm wondering if he's losing interest in West Ham because of how the coach has been treating him. There's a question I'm asking still.
Well, he wasn't in this week's squad.
The man not
totally.
even met the squad, that's what I'm saying.
But he started for the last 2-3 games. So I don't know. Maybe he has an injury. I hope not, but there are some.
Cause this was not a good week because a lot of the reggae I didn't see
Wole per man when I say.
yeah. I mean, Leon never did anything this week either.
Come off of the bench.
The coach put him in a different role today too. Center forward, we see my play up top.
They are desperate for a number 9. But
Jason said him there on podcast still, so probably him go on the YouTube way.
No, he's probably trying to look at life after football and develop his whole because that's a very lucrative living for them, you know, when they go on Sky Sports and those things. You know what I mean? But Rob Smith, them all a wicked four love. You understand? They all a serious 4 love.
Oh, he's saying that Jamal Lowe scored.
Yeah, he scored a penalty today in a 3-1. They lost 3-1 though to Rotherham, West Harding team. You know what I mean? He lost 3-1.
I know all the players look in the MLS, Dre. Because we have game coming up, you know. Mexico name a very strong squad, you know. Mexico basically named them World Cup squad, you know. With a lot of up and coming young players, you know.
Yeah, actually a 2 box and 4 kick them get. But go ahead, Coach. You want to allow Marins to tell us about the Mexican squad because he mentioned it earlier.
Yeah. Go ahead, Marins.
Go ahead, man. You can just give us that squad so we're in the loop. I haven't seen the squad, the Mexican squad.
Can't go dig up that, you know, man. But the squad is basically.
I mean, dig it up, man.
No, man. The squad is basically the World Cup. Almost all the World Cup players that went to the World Cup, and they have so the Mexican League. They have a lot of players from the Mexican League in this team. So I figure that going to be cut though, because I think their squad is in transition. So you're going probably, you know, I think the squad is going to be transitioning, as I think all of us would know, which really means that though Raul Jimenez and those guys, what's the one that play for Atletico? Jeez and peace. Plays for Atletico Madrid, midfielder, captain. They have a new coach. You know that coach. They have a new coach, Cataract.
I didn't pre-Mexico, you know, so.
You don't follow?
Yeah, I didn't pre until the time come. You understand?
Then we are going to play next. When you wait for pre them? March then, to the 4th of March, you know.
To use a popular saying, until time come. When time come.
Jay, you follow what's going on with Mexico?
No, I follow what's going on with Mexico. I'm not even following much what's going on with the MLS neither. Because the second weekend this for the MLS. First weekend, I think, Blake alone.
Jason. His name is Heimir. He plays for Atletico Madrid. Yeah. So they are trying to phase out some of the older players. But you see, the team that went to the Olympics, a lot of the players have come through to replace them. So and like I said, a lot of the World Cup players are there as well. They have a new coach. So maybe it's a good time to play them. I don't know. Or will there be a boost?
A new coach bounce?
Yeah.
Coach, so in the back room, I put up a predicted squad. So if you want, you can announce it to the fans then, because I'm getting antsy over there in the comment section. So
no, next thing man go tell you said that to the squad.
Hey, announce it again, please. I let them know say a predicted squad by me and me only.
Jury. For which thing? This is for
only for the Trinidad. Only for the Trinidad friendlies.
Well, I can tell you for one, Boyce Clark wouldn't be there, because Connor Boyce Clark is now the official second choice goalkeeper at Reading. He has been on the bench for the last 2 games. So it's a non-FIFA window.
So Reading not gonna release it? Huh?
I don't know, man. It's a second choice keeper, the first team player now.
Or maybe they call him because they reached out to him. So Reading don't want to send him, so them just start do that now.
Could be all that too. Could be that too.
That's right, remember them full of craft and technology, you know, bro.
Yeah, no, I could have
Yeah, I
that
think
too.
it's just face value.
Well, I would like to think that the youngsters proven themselves to go on the bench because
No, we don't say no, you know. We don't say no, you know, cause bad keeper, but I mean, them English could be them full of tricks.
art and craft.
Yeah,
Hey,
man.
man, it's easy, you know. For the people, Mannings, I look for a film squad, the official squad, and I look up on the squad, I'm having another second.
Mannings need 5 minutes. Mannings need 5 minutes.
Man, it's go for a commercial break.
Hold on, people, when Mannings return. So, Brook, what go on?
Me there, man, coach. Me there, man. 'Cause right now, I go to all earth I run right now, you know, coach. I go do one GoFundMe, so I can just chip in a little thing. Cause I kind of feel homesick and just send me go back to Antarctica. Cause can't deal with this no more. I'm homesick.
Oh, my.
Go home.
Alright, people, Brook homesick. You want to go back to Antarctica. GoFundMe coming shortly. Alright, here is Dre Anyweather's team. Goalkeeper Russell Foster, Boyce Clark. Defenders R. Thomas, Lambikisa, or Kissa, whatever. Staple, King, Simpson, Dyer, Harvey, Tope, Makala. Those are the defenders. Midfielder, Daly, Phillips, Walker, Anglin, Ravel, McCarthy. Then you have Hamilton, Busy, Anderson, Stewart, Murray, Kido Taylor, and Dujan Richards. What do you think about J squad?
I think just
Yo, how much goal Murray have in that JPL so far?
3.
That's a Colorado Murray.
Him
Really,
play
Jerry?
center forward. Only one man have more than 3 goals, brother.
But it's
Really?
not
Really, Jerry?
important.
No, but
It's
yeah.
how the player and the importance and how he run off the ball. You gotta remember that too, you know.
Yo,
And you sound like an overview, man.
Tell me about how him
No,
play.
Dre.
3 goals him scored. Yeah, no.
No, Dre.
Remember them missing 2 games to them. Just return.
Dre. No.
Dre.
All right, next.
That's what I tell coach for all of that. Because I know say Dre try a thing. Dre try show me the whole Harborview, man.
Big up Edda Security.
Yo,
Big up Edda
Catch
Security.
her.
Teddy Lee Green building.
The man that even put Anderson or Stewart on the list.
Yeah. Let's take again, man. Them there.
Them did it, man. Them did it. Anderson and Stewart did it.
I want to ask a question.
So my the Japan. Can't Japan this up.
I'd like to answer a question, coach. Do we know the name
Yeah.
of the? I thought there were about 10 players or 8 strikers who were at the last week's technical session with strikers. So you're saying that those will be discarded and Colorado Murray parachuted in because he wasn't there. He wasn't among the 8 strikers who were present.
Big up Edda Security. Teddy Lee Green.
Dre, I bet you put Parker Black's name on it. God no. Would I understand?
But you don't know when Drea select squad, people. You don't go like this new to know when Drea select squad.
No, we know
Yeah.
no coach. We know no coach, but we want him to stop be delusional.
No, but I'm not really delusional. Dre just a put film youth them out there. You no use the Dre by now, man. The breaking news, boss.
That's what I'm telling you, sir. But it stop him, you know. But it stop him, I tell you, so no matter when it code before people think I squad. Do you want to get some names out there? But the code say it will be influenced like that. Because let me say this. I expect to see an Omari Hutchinson. I'd be very disappointed if I don't see Omari Hutchinson. And certainly in and around the mix for the Gold Cup.
No, but Qatar, I don't know if you hear what Manning said. There are different players are going to be in different games, you know.
Yeah, man.
So
But
if which game you got disappointed not to see Hutchinson in?
No, in one of the games. Because
Okay.
Right, in one of the games. I don't think you'd make a player play 2 consecutive games and run him into the ground and then when is the Gold Cup game? What's the date? At the Gold Cup, the Nation League. I don't know why it's off my head. Is it the 28th of March?
In March, yeah man, the
Yeah,
latter
man,
part of
27.
March, thereabout.
I think it's the 26th.
26th of March. So I don't know, Rasta. But they
Man, they say I was a tapper.
they might do a Steven Gerrard, man. They over there, so I pick the whole of the man we come from fee agency. And the man have to run away. So coach, I mean, it's interesting. I would love to see Dexter Lambekisa. I think he would be very interesting to look at on the left wing, the left back.
Mm-hmm.
And that has been a problematic position for us. Even in the game against Cameroon, that's the side that they exploited. Right. So it would be a good look.
But you guys, realistically, look at the squad. You know, at least 5 of them players definitely gonna be in the squad. Just to give you a heads up.
But if I 5 of them, that can't be realistic, Dre.
No, if we don't look for it, the rest of them are my players.
Okay, then that we have said, Dre. Then that we have said, Dre. If man, let's say, yeah, highlight your people them. So realistically, it can't be on the 5, brother. It has to be majority of the team.
The agent strategy.
Agent Dre. Understand that?
Anyway, the sports and consultant agency.
Yeah.
Kimo, Wagwan, welcome to the show.
Welcome everyone. Good night.
Big up yourself.
Yeah, I was in the comment section and so may I jump on for the program. It's been a while, you know. Happy times ahead.
Seeing?
That's a happy life.
Yeah.
Well, let us see these 2 games. It's important.
Yeah, the coach have a smile.
Like Manning's were more than 5 minutes.
No, it looks so.
Manning's a big man, you know, right now, you know.
Maybe the room door lock if they get to pick up the
Manning's just might run for president one day.
Look for the dining table and see where the coach write down the team and see if you can see any indentation on the dining table.
Manning's under the max and a matchup player. Russell, Mount Pleasant keeper. Mount Pleasant, the best record in the league right now.
Dre.
That's something. Was he in the goalkeeper pool?
No, him not go in the Dre, this one wanna play 5 JPL game, you know.
I don't know an age though, but if it's the pan farm.
We might talk. Goalkeeper?
Yeah, Mount Pleasant keeper.
Him not play 5 game yet.
Brian, you hear about the
Why, hey, hold on. You know say Potter syndrome attack Dre. Man go take her back in jersey, man.
It's like a Potter team.
No man, him not play. No man, Dre. The other keeper, he not keeper now. Him name Chambers, who in the pool, but him injured him out this season.
I know.
So Dre, the first year for the Dre.
And the other keeper from Arnett named Eric Edwards.
Him injured to him not doing surgery.
Yeah man, him do some ACL.
You see him a rehabilitate right now.
Do a surgery too. So I just something there really.
The Waterhouse keeper.
Brian, 3 keeper, right? Baxter in. Alright? So if Russell not in, you're gonna put 19-year-old Bennett in then. Because our of you have like the third Bennett.
No.
I don't want to get your man's keeper now. I'm not talking about.
Brother, Veer the man keeper, brother.
Veer keeper, yeah, he's a good.
Man have 8 clean sheet from 16 matches.
Yeah, man.
Veer can see the second least goal in our Premier League, you know, outside of Mopazant, you know.
Why are we entertaining Dre?
You
Dre,
have to in the Dre.
you have to look at the pool. Dre, hold on, Dre, Bridget. You have to look at the pool of players locally, domestic
And Dre,
players, who
Benny
the
should
coach
even
has
at the
been
pool.
looking at.
If a performance you go offer, Benny should even at the pool.
But me not, all the thing I tell you, but I mean, coach, me and coach have had our differences in that. Me not really get jumpy about these things, you know, because sooner or later the coach has to announce his team. So me not,
Yeah, one time they want, you know. But it's good to have a discussion about it, though.
Yeah, potential players, but this coach has been clear that he's making his own man and he'll be making his decisions. So I think the real thing that needs to come but even when he picks the team, I mean, there's an analysis that we have to do because this is a credible YouTube channel. Yeah, brother.
One for Dylan Barnes. Long time
I don't know Rasta.
Them man, they're muggler, brother. Picture them man, they're
ball.
No.
Or the other
bro,
player,
out of contract.
what the other one of the come after him? Korea die.
Korea die.
The Korea die.
Oh, yeah.
Crawley Town.
Crawley Town, League 1?
League 2.
League 2.
Yeah. And that's a grant he was supposed to go, and then the man will sign the man. The FA charge the coach for racist language.
But seriously,
no.
People in the comments have said Jamali Wait are playing a ball right now.
Well, but Jamali Wait is in season.
USL play.
No, but he's in season. He's in season.
But no, they're like how him in season right now, like 2 weeks of ball and play so far.
No, but listen, Andre, the matches are outside of a FIFA window. So first team players are not going to be released by the club.
Yeah, I know that. So that's how we put in the regular JP and the domestic base
so
players.
The answer is not what kind of ball Jamali Waiter plays, that he would be unavailable for selection.
Okay, so people in the comments, including Devon, stop say USA goalkeeper, which would be Jamali.
I say Dylan Barnes Insta famous right now.
3 local keeper then.
Yeah, he was a big splash for Adidas, you know.
Coach, man, a muggler. Every 2 weeks, you see a man put a picture where professionally done. I'm a pose.
Yeah, but you might try to get a career, brother. You wouldn't try to get a career too.
You know, say, come to think of it, you know, every game Jamaica play through the World Cup, you know, that man then I squad and he not get no game, you know.
You only got a game in the Gold Cup. But that coach, that is how it goes for a backup goalkeeper.
Yeah, man, I know that.
Right? It's not something to be ashamed of, because
so he probably feel away.
No, but he must know, say, no, you know the thing, coach. You know, say, you're the third choice or the second choice keeper. You probably hope, say, a man get injured so you can get your chance, but...
That's how wicked this still, you know.
Why you make it sound so dark, our little brother?
That's how wicked this in the cataract. You know, if you thought them something in the public, brother.
No, that's just dark.
You think right now, it's true you don't know about St. Mary.
Coach, as a former third string keeper, I'm not like still, I didn't think them used to treat.
You used to go to St. Mary.
Then I stand and say, yo, boy, I put for ring today, no, run out.
Yeah, but Travis, I don't agree with you, you know. When I say man not good. I not say I'm not good, I just say I'm not playing enough game yet to earn a national call. That's what I say. But I don't really agree with that, Travis.
Remember I say, not because Kiddo post the friendly means I'm going to play no big deal.
The man just
remember I say Kiddo is a real Jamaican. The man love Jamaica, you know, so I'm going to follow everything, and as a baller, nothing wrong if him put it up. So that not necessarily means I'm going to play.
Who knows?
But I would love to see the bulk of the under 20 squad that are based professionally. People like Boyz, the centre back who is now at Stoke.
Badly Morgan, yes, I'm injured, you know.
We're injured.
Him injured.
Tyler Roberts. Tyler Roberts.
Yeah, Tyler, one good look baller too, you know.
Tyler, no, they are West Ham.
One, too.
No, man.
Tyler the Wolves.
Wolves, yes, sorry, Wolves mean, yeah.
Wolverhampton, yeah, man.
Yeah.
That was at Wolverhampton.
Yeah, so Dre, we never see Lembekis in Dre.
Delana Splat, Lembekisi. Lembekisi is on a
Splat play for the under 18s.
Under 20.
Splat play for the under 18s, I think.
So yeah, but Lembekisi can get released. He can get released.
Yeah, but Lembekisi is not in and around the first team, man.
Yeah, man, just trade with the first team, man.
Would Devon have said Stoke won't release him?
Devon know everything. Nobody will get released. They all look at the spot, except for USA players.
Well, Devon, that's what about the beat.
I have a question, but me but
yeah, but the youth, I think Badly Morgan, the last time he heard him injured, or maybe he recovered. But I heard that he was injured, though.
The Wolves of release that Stoke won't release. Nobody won't get released right now.
Listen, so nobody now gonna play the match. Only domestic players.
All the domestic players not get released.
Uncle Devon make Dre get bringle.
No, I look on the comments then, but USA League play what 2 weeks. This is the second weekend of USA League, and we expect USA to release for them ballers.
Them not. That's why we say me now, but I ask for me that
Coach.
Who said that?
Chemo. Yeah, so is it a case where, because we have some baller who would just say on a one-off occasion, you know. What about Joel Latibodier?
No, man, those are first team players.
Yeah,
they won't be released.
They get released,
so his documents, when we play the game against Catalonia, we know that it's a friendly. We know that we could get some of these players to play in the friendly without most of the documents being sorted out because it's a friendly game, right?
No,
I'm
it's not.
wondering, is it a case where Joel Latibodier has his passport? Also,
No, he doesn't have a passport.
Johnson Clark has his passport?
No.
No, them not get
the difference with the Catalonia game is that Catalonia is not a recognized FIFA. They're not a member of FIFA.
Yeah, they're not a member associate. Member
so has his passport then.
Yes. But so just understand it now. In a friendly match, you have to have a passport. However, you can negotiate with the other team, but they mightn't want to do that because they are looking for ranking points. Because if you use players who are not without a passport and not
it'll be an official friendly.
It's not going to be an official friendly. And a team mightn't want to do that.
Just be like a choreographed match, brother.
I mean, because it's been some time now. It's we're heading to a year now. I mean, the documents are for Joel Latibodier because he's one of the players that is playing consistent football for his team. Also, Johnson Clark Harris. So I don't know.
Well, Johnson Clark is
would be sorry. Luckily, Omari has his passport.
Johnson Clark Harris is the leading goal scorer in League One.
Yes, it is. And knowing that
by far, not even by near, by far.
Yeah, so is it so when we're thinking about strikers option, we should bear in mind of him, but you say you don't have his passport.
No.
Scroll up.
Hold on there. KY saying Cataract, are you sure? Those players' profiles are showing full Jamaican citizenship now. You can be citizenship but you don't have a passport. And your citizenship can come through but you don't have a passport.
Which profile, KY?
I think I transfer market.
So you can't Google this thing, brother. You have a thing deeper than Google. What is shown on transfer market is who you are eligible for, right? And if you have, it would show Jamaica because they have turned out and played a game for Jamaica. That's why you would see it come up only as Jamaica, not Jamaica and England. So
it is also very important that based on the Ravel Morrison situation, he is one of the most unformed reggae boys in the national colors. Most recent, you know.
Ravel,
So yeah, Ravel. I'm not talking playing for his club, but previous Reggae Boys matches. He was one of the most unformed players, and there's no doubt he has talent. So I think he should be here for two the two friendlies against Trinidad.
well, I have a different viewpoint, and my view remain the same. If a player don't have a club,
But Qatar, technically, he does have a club.
well, technically it does. True, true. All right. Okay. Learned counsel. Are you there? you,
One dub plate.
boy. Those don't look like my dub box week. Like, man, counteract.
One Bob Marley dub.
Jacob Miller.
And I don't know if anyone else is thinking.
No, but I am again. I've always been consistent. If you don't have a club, go play for your pop, not the national team.
You know that Everton has about what 5 players who could or is eligible to represent Jamaica. You think
Everton
you
have more
think
than
if
5.
you think if Everton is relegated down to the championship, how much of those how much out of the 5 players you think someone will buy to stay in the
None.
Premier League?
None.
That's them argue Holgate, maybe Ben Godfrey, Dwight McNeil is one of them, and who is the other one?
So Ben Godfrey, Mason Holgate, Demar, even they are not on high wages.
Mhm.
So there be no impetus to sell them on. I think probably the highest wage earner would be Dwight McNeil. And him
Yes.
just come at the club.
Yeah, because he just came to the club,
Right.
yeah.
So those people are logged. As a matter of fact, if I'm not certain, but if you check Mason Holgate, I'll check in a minute to see. And that man might be coming to the end of their contract in this season. In the summer.
He has been there for quite some
Been there
time.
long. Right? And up until last week, they were really just warming the bench. They were warming the bench, so I don't know. Let me just see when his contract will be up.
So what do you think? Isn't this a great opportunity for the youngster, the 17-year-old, Dujan Richards, to prove himself as well, to create history?
Whoever the coach calls up, that would be my thing. I would
So there you go, Cataract. Ian is saying they are not naturalized as yet. Joel Latibodier, Kido Taylor Hart, and Johnson Clark Harris.
But I said that.
So who would want to use those players?
Well, Trinidad would have to agree. So, Mason Holgate contract expires in 2025. So he has so he got a 5-year contract, and he has been at Everton since 2015. So he's been there a decade.
Hey, I want to tell you, some of these
Right?
English-born players.
Let me tell you.
Some of these
Go ahead.
Some of these English-born players really not giving up on the hope and the faith that they can actually still represent England. I don't know what
them a hold the faith. And
They're
them
holding
just say
on
faith a waste.
Maybe they're good with saying that I have represented my country once, or I've been called up. That's something to cherish than to. I mean, any one of these players come to Jamaica. I mean, come and represent the Reggae Boys. Say, a few of them will attract other players, and if we can get the right set of players, because not all of them will actually suit the system and come up with the goods. But if we can get a few of these players, they will actually create history and be a part of history. Playing in major international competition, I mean, going to the World Cup, which is the biggest.
No, the man them want win a World Cup. And them they can't win a World Cup with Jamaica. Probably that's them thinking process. They want
Well,
to
check this
compete for the
out.
major trophies.
Check this out. If Lottie Badere and Johnson Clark Harris haven't been naturalized yet, how long ago we play Catalonia? From then, so you tell me there's probably no urgency in getting them naturalized. I will may not see them represent us in an official game.
Oh no.
I still believe that the president, and I know you had him, you were interviewing him on that program. I think he owes the public an explanation about the Demari Gray situation. Honest to God, because is that next February gone? You know, is that next February gone?
People them are sound for open on the camera. Once you know in a good background and open on the camera, man.
Well, na go look pan letter, you know. Pan letter.
Last time, man was beat me with a young lady. I walk in the background.
Sorry.
And this time she's scanned to the clan. So, for the protection of the youngsters watching it.
But hello, we need some more likes, people.
Ben Godfrey.
Hold on the cataract. We need some more likes. 226, 167 like I'm seeing. Come on, man. Load up a like bus. Wanna make it reach 200 now, man.
It's not that
all
hard.
who don't like the stream yet.
It's not that hard to like the stream. It's not like it's taking out any money on
Yeah, man, you know hard, man. You know like up a thing now. Good conversation we having, man.
If you're not a bad man.
When I get free entry, them no support.
If you're not a bad man, like it thing, man.
Carla, good night. Welcome back to the show.
Yeah, man. I just think that's a family coach. Coach. And honestly, the thing that look professional with. I mean, if these guys don't want to show themselves, then call on phone line, man. You make the thing look professional, brother. I mean, come on and have this black screen with this whole black letter and it don't look organized. Trust me, bro. Honestly, just make a man thing look professional, brother. Can't me expect better than that from you. Straight up. And I tell the man them, just make it thing look professional. Straight. It just don't look good. If you don't want to show no face, just call it. Simple. Manners again, coach.
All right, Ardian, big up.
Yo, that call the
call a stick on up with us, something. No man them gonna do, you know. Get stick up.
Eagle Republic said the panelists them in a witness protection.
Well, I'm gonna understand certain days are certain days. You understand? But coach, I just wanted to say about Ben Godfrey. Ben Godfrey's contract expires 2025 as well.
Mm-hmm.
And he has been there since 2020. So they're not really desperate for contract and those things right now. But the thing about it is that come the World Cup qualifying year, they will be desperate for your contract. You know what I mean? So
I lick up on cylinder.
That's all like a Dutch pot cover, coach.
Yeah, mute the mic if you don't talk.
Somebody are going on the pot.
No, but a serious thing still in the bridging. On the turn on the camera, no? Please and thanks. The man we can't turn on the camera.
That's for excuse that they are, coach. I will tell you, sir.
Man, the man say, my name's gone so long. My name's gone. Explain to the coach. How did
I
get
check
access to the squad?
I want to check out Manning's there for real.
But tell us the man is gone look for the dining table to see where the indentation is. Where the coach write the squad. 2024, Demari Gray. That's the end his contract in 2024, but he has an option for a further year. So none of the man them not really at Everton. So I don't think that Everton will be selling them on. But the thing about Everton is an interesting thing, you know, from under 13 right up to under 15, under 17, under 18. The central defenders at Everton are all eligible to represent Jamaica. So That's a thing to know. But again, I believe that the coach will find the right blend of players um, when you're looking with his expertise, and he must be allowed to do that. But he must be put in a position to do it. So, um, in terms of Everton, Damari Gray is the highest, and Dwight McNeil are the highest earning players. Both earn $1.3 million per year. I never ever realized that. No, they're not the highest though, but they're higher than them. But Damari and they at 1.3 million. Um, wow, coach,
Yeah.
are some top baller these.
Who that?
Ben Godfrey earned £4 million a year.
You know, give me one out of 4 million.
No,
Mason
man. The man
Oldgate,
work hard for him. You can't just say
Mason
you want.
Oldgate, they on 3.6 million. So when we see the back, when we see the man regret, the man on the second page, on the top of the second page. No, it's a serious thing. It's only Ellis Sims, poor Ellis Sims, he might get monkey money.
My main concern for the Nations League
So
game against
yes, if they are relegated, I think they would try to offload these high earning players.
yes, Dwight,
Leader, you have to turn on your camera. Here, leader.
Travis Pessoa, yes, Dwight
He's
McNeil.
the camera lately.
Me tell leader to turn on his camera and jump off.
Uh, yeah, what I don't know if you guys have the same concern as it relates to centre back for Jamaica. Yes, we have Damian Lowe, but I still don't think Damian Lowe, based on my opinion, is a starter based on current form and the previous campaign. I need someone more solid around there. Also with Ethan Pinnock, and Ethan Pinnock is one of the most unfarmed centre backs right now in the league.
So who you suggest would be a good training?
We don't have much to choose from. That's the next thing. So, hopefully the idea
To choose
that
from, who you say?
mm, we have to, I guess, for now, I'm talking for the reason why I said this. I thought the guy by the name of Latibodir would be the person, but now I know that he doesn't have a passport.
No, but it's they might leave those things for the coach. For him conundrum that they he has to look at the best mix of players that he has. But I know that the coach is a defensive minded
Oh,
coach, and he will be trying to build a solid defense, um, and a core defense. So I believe that he has the wherewithal to select the
Wes
best
Harding,
central defenders.
Wes Harding, and Ethan Pinnock.
Where's not too starving club lately, But
Demar Bell starts almost every game, or starts
he
every
plays
game.
every game, and he
Okay,
plays
every day.
every minute of every game.
John
So
Russell, the guy by the name of John Russell, who is at Barnsley.
him
He
just
was
get
injured the
just get
last
to
time
man.
around.
Just get, but I don't, he is not. He's not. He doesn't have the required documents.
Wow. So we were just calling up players and putting them in a squad.
No, it's not that. They had approached Argentina to use the non non naturalized players, but my understanding is that Argentina rejected that,
Oh.
and so we could only use the man them. But it is a serious matter. Liam Moore has been injured long term, almost a season-long injury.
But him never, no way, him do some rehab and come back.
Michael Hector.
Well, Michael Hector has a club now. Let me see what.
And he's playing. And he's playing.
He's starting. So don't just leave him out in the dark.
Yeah.
Michael Hector.
How for sound system at home?
Pinocan Topi. Nah.
No, that wouldn't work. But the coach, I believe the coach can put together a backline. I have great faith in the coach. And I think he has pieces for now, but I think in the future he will have even better choices.
The recruitment is very important going forward for the Nations League and for next year, because we still have pieces of the puzzle to add. And if getting the documentation for these players is gonna take so long, we are gonna always short of a few key players in some key position. And we know that we struggle with CDM. That's one of the main position we struggle with CDM. So I don't know how we're gonna go by recruiting.
Well, the CDM problem is a real problem.
And we're not certain how the coach is gonna play his team if he be playing.
So we have to see.
Yeah. Leader, big up yourself. We only have 9 minutes to go on the show.
I just want to make it quick because I had a little get together here. But look here, I just want to add a little thing to your discussion. For me, going forward, I don't really expect a vast difference of changes because for the Mexico match, the only thing I expect to see is a new stadium. Right? Apart from that, the coach can't really make that many changes for that match, right? However, going forward, what I am disappointed with is that we have a match playing in Montego Bay. Because one of the problems we have had with the team is that we have not been able to have a fortress at the National Stadium. And we need to re-establish the fortress that we have normally had at the National Stadium. For me, that's just my part of the discussion. And I think going forward, that's one of the key points. Because we have not been able to establish that fortress at the National Stadium. Because look at Mexico. Once you know you're going into Azteca, you're thinking whether or not you can get a point. Until we can get back to those times, when we can have at least 3 points in the National Stadium, we're in problems. So once the coach taking the politics out of the situation, because it's straight politics right up when we're playing at Catherine Hall, as far as I see. So for me, just establish the National Stadium is our main venue, and that we need to keep winning there going forward. That's just
leader, I can ask a question. I can ask a question for the leader.
Yeah, man.
So, alright, let's say we need to make the stadium be a fortress, you? How we are going to make it be a fortress how we hardly play against Jamaica? You can leave her if you want. Like, it don't make no sense, you know, brother. Because more often times, all the time we play, unless we play Nations League or Jamaica, maybe we get a one game against Trinidad. We'll probably get a one game against Barbados. Teams that we are going to know what we are going to do. So, you know, make no sense to make a purchase off of them, man. We not bring no team from we not bring teams like Scotland come to Jamaica to come play. We not bring better teams. So it's gonna be a fortress. Oh, they will play teams that will play competitions.
The JFF from under Borrell, I think we slipped up back in those days, and I think this coach has even mentioned it, where he asked about the Cameroon game. What sense does it make to travel so far to play one game? But because what the JFF was about for a while, is playing these money games. meaning that they're going to get some money when once they appear. We need to get away from that, start having some games at the stadium where we must make a profit, because that's one of the reasons why we have played away so much, because we have to make a profit. So we are not guaranteed of making a profit at the stadium, right? So we need to get back to that situation where we establish that fortress at the stadium. Until we do that, and we can say that, okay, once we play a team, we're almost sure the 3 points.
But leader, Jamaica operate. But it's most highly unlikely that we'll gain a lot of profit from the stadium when we beat Mexico.
I'm not sure about that. Because already, you see the mold being broken with the TNT game. Plus, the coach has made it known that all matches going forward is going to have his blessing. So he knows what it's going to take. If we don't establish, look here, let me tell you something. Regardless, we have almost become a road warrior team. We have done better on the road than we have done at home. And that's a fact. Because we have been picking up points on the road. For the last couple of World Cup cycles, we have probably picked up points on the road compared to when we first made the World Cup. We have picked up points on the road now more than before when we qualified, where we made the stadium our fortress. So for me, I wouldn't bother waste the time playing at Catherine Hall. I would forget it totally and just try. They should have just played the 2 matches at the stadium. So you need to get. Look here, if it's just 2 players.
Gardens.
Come on.
Really,
Come on. Anyway, as I said, it's just a quick point I'm making, and I'm going now. So I think that is one of the main things.
So leader, hold on before you go. Who in our squad? And what formation I think the coach has?
I can't tell you that, man. No, man. Nobody drag me out again, man.
So all along your people are drag you out, brother.
Thing, man. Hey, I come and program and then after one program, people coach me and start saying, why we're not even going to it. So we don't leak no more information too tough again.
No, leaker, but you know when you leak anything over here, it stay over here.
No, sir. But they call from overseas, from agents already, and the agent cuss me up. No, sir.
Alright, leaker, tell me this now, leaker. Hey, me I see leaker in the streets very often from what day, Hey, but who ever come and buck up leader, But leader, what go on for Richard King? A long time we say him I go foreign, leak some information.
Richard King? Richard King doesn't have a problem.
I mean, he doesn't have a problem. A long time we say him I go away,
Okay. I'm going to make this statement now.
Yeah, man, leak some information.
So, okay, let me just make this statement.
You have 3 minutes.
We made a statement the other day, right? I'm just going to give it a broad brush. I made a statement the other day, and I got a call. I'm sure the agent is probably listening now, and I'm not going to hide it. That there are agents out there. I don't care what the repercussions will be now.
Hey, leader pull a fast one,
The black have Wi-Fi for the device.
Them turn off the Wi-Fi for a leaker.
John was star.
Yo, the man full of crap one tech, man.
Yo. Hey. Leader. Hey, I'm general on that.
My best is learning from 3% battery there.
Man, freeze up. You don't see, you're not hear no sound.
Yeah, the man full of crap.
Anyway, people, we have 2 minutes. Dre. Oh, in it. Look like him asleep now. I have a mute for him, mic,
Yeah, but me hear some snoring a drop.
Man, so then tranquilize leak.
My mic muted. My mic muted.
Me muted. Me muted.
Coach, I'm saying to you, we need to disassociate ourselves from the comments made by Leaker I 100% agree that a match should be played at Catherine Hall. Kingston is not Jamaica, and we have to get back to having a whole of island support for the Reggae Boyz. And I would encourage in the future,
not just the stadium,
right, that the matches are played out of town as well, particularly when we have these smaller teams that might not fill the stadium. That we get back to that. So I
man, can you have to spread the love right across the island, you know? Because if one stadium did there somewhere else, we could have got there so too.
Stadium did the out on
Central Jamaica need a good football stadium.
Right? So we support the thing. And coach just need to take a breathalyzer test when a man come back. I don't know how leader could have said match enough to play at St. James. That is St. James is a very essential part of Jamaican football. When football in St. James is weak, the national team is weak. That is what I have observed over the last 2 decades. When
one day if the boss will call back,
the national team is strong.
Okay.
Is it the national team or the support for the national team?
Oh, the national team is strong. When St. James is strong, when football in the West is strong, the national team is strong.
So something we BM say in terms of for carry go somewhere else because we have a next stadium.
Can carry go chill on the multi-purpose too, right now use. We are ball upon.
You have to go them. You have to go them.
Yeah, you have to go the whole for fixing up too because
coach and say same company run national stadium and them run over the two, you know.
Yeah, but it feels still have to go fix. And get it in an international standard.
I doubt 50 games play that stadium.
Brother, a 2 game play point or 1. Or we play Bahamas about 8.
You feel have to go sort out, man. I know so that's important when you feel need to sort out. Anyway, Brooke, give us your final thoughts. So I'll close off the show now.
My final thoughts?
I
don't really have none still, you know.
But you just say you don't have none, so that is yours. All right, Kimo, your time.
Well, optimistic. All works.
All right, Keter.
Everything good, coach. The good conversation with the man. It's more like a reasoning thing. A lot of information. Come out. I'm glad to hear about the eligibility of Reese Nelson. Glad to see that the thing is moving forward. And just call on the supporters then. They could support the thing. And the 2 matches coming up. Who can go both, who can go one. But let us try and get the stadium full again. And use the opportunity to call the GFF. We need to hear from the under-17 coach about the recently concluded tournament. You can't just pop up like that. That's my thing. But looking forward to get the coach the latitude to select the team, and whoever you pick will work with it.
All right. Dre.
Yeah, coach. Glad to be back on the show again, From hiatus. Taking a toll on that losing streak. But get a win today. A win is a win. Unlike some man would have said, an ugly win is better than a pretty loss. But, we get a win. That's about Chelsea, my club. That people new video to YouTube. So go check that out too. And also the clothing line, the online store, link in the bio at the YouTube page. Big up on yourself.
All right, big up to Graham, Harry Potter, J anyway there. All right, I hear Rob Smith say if you stadium the international standard, I mean, stadium a little bit better than, far better than Trelawney right now. Trelawney stadium need a whole heap of thing to sort it out. So it's not like people look down upon the Trelawney stadium, but it need to fix in order to get football up and running. I think that all the JPL should have capitalized on that stadium thing and play some ball, You understand? But again, things need to be sorted out. But big up yourself, people. It was a very good discussion, very good conversation. Manningsman won't return, as you can see. he won't return. Big up to Dre, big up to Cataract, big up to Brook, big up to Mannings, man, big up to Kimo, all the people in the comment section, all the callers. Thanks very much for tuning in. It was a good one. Second night of the weekend's triple treat, and we're definitely looking forward to final night coming up tomorrow. Big game, United versus Liverpool, aka Everlows.
Good.
You understand? So let us see what will transpire in that game tomorrow. 1, 2,
Big
3,
big up my niece,
4,
Ayana Blake, the new
5.
national record holder for the 70-meter hurdles. Broke that at area champs today. You know what I mean?
Alright, big up. Cataract talk like a track and field, so you know a thing going on. It a work. He might watch the channel, you know?
Big up my nephew who played at the under 9. 4 years old and he represented school at the under 9 football competition. Big up those organizers of those grassroots football. That's what I love to see, you know? Because I think I have to start with the youths then.
So the games, March 11 at Catherine Hall, then March 14 at the National Stadium, April 15 in New York, my place. Big up on yourself. Stay safe, people. Until next time. Peace.
Your style and your flavor make the city rock. They must say the season come out with a bang. Coach Minzy, best round here. Remember that.